I'm out of control, I'm out of control, out the park, centerfold, yeah, hard to say, overload, ain't no parking space, on the road, yeah, I'm out of control, I'm out of control, out the park, centerfold, yeah, say your breath, I'm too cold, yeah, devil hate me, wanna take my soul, yeah, I am just a source of what you stole, I'm about to knock it out the park, yeah, centerfold, yeah, hard to say,
Yo, what's good? What's happening? We back. Brand new episode of the Black Otakus of the Culture, episode 103. Of course, it's your boy Chris J. Glad to be back. Got the whole squad on here. Got Trail Sav on here.
Yo.
We got Cam on here.
Yo.
And we got DC cosplaying as Sanji.
What's good? What's good?
Alright. Glad to got the whole squad on here. Give you guys our takes on what's been the recent happenings of anime, gaming, and all the blurred shit that's going on. Before we start the episode, make sure you copy some you tweaking media merch while you listening, while you watching, either or, don't matter. Copy your mask. COVID is real out here, and if you live in Chicago, restaurants are opening back up. Wear a freaking mask while you're in the restaurants trying to avoid COVID. So we greatly appreciate that. Copy your hoodie. Copy your t-shirt. We got long sleeves as well. Greatly appreciate you guys for copying the merch. Support the brand. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe on YouTube and all platforms that you listen to the podcast. Don't greatly appreciate it. But let's go ahead and get into the shenanigans, what we've been reading, watching, and playing this past week. So what I'm just gonna get playing out the way now. Only thing I played was because I realized I have a freaking gaming computer, let me use it. But I've actually been playing Gears of War. I was just trying to see if my computer can handle it. It actually can, so shout out to Aaron for hooking me up. But I've been playing Gears of War. It's actually pretty fun. It's fun actually playing Gears of War on a DualShock 4. It is hilarious when I think about it. But it is what it is, and plus I'm not buying a damn Xbox controller because I don't believe in using batteries to freaking use a controller in 2021. So Microsoft, do better and love yourself. But we gonna give Microsoft bars later on. But moving on, so that's what I've been playing. And then for reading, Solo Leveling, I decided to catch up on the last 4 chapters that I let build up. It's been decent. All I'm gonna say is my man Jin Woo's out here pulling up on the field and saying, "Hey, these Giants ain't shit to me." Plain and simple. Like spoilers. And then for watching, a lot of watching as always. But in terms of stuff that we're not gonna talk about later, Promised Netherland, decent past 2 episodes because I realized I missed the past 2 episodes, but nothing really new besides them learning how to train and survive. That's really it. Dr. Stone has been really freaking good because it's Stone Wars coming up, and this week's episode was really freaking good in terms of them trying to get the cell phone to their homies at Sukasu. What's the dude's name? Sukasa's territory. So that was I like how they made that interesting. Bottom tier character Tomozaki, dude's still a L7, is what it is, but he somehow get hoes, be that way. And Quintessential Quintuplets has been decent as well. It's still weird seeing folks with blind eyes. Like, I don't know why they did that. I need an explanation for that. It's just weird. It throws everything off. And
it's a light spoiler as to his waifu.
Low key.
That's pretty funny if that's the case. Like, if that's really the case, then they funny as hell for that, G. Like, that is hilarious as hell. But that's it for me. Also, I finished Elfen Lad finally as well. The last 2 episodes was bloody as hell and comedic as hell, and fuck English dubs of old classic anime, because that shit is cringy as hell sometimes. Cringy as hell. Unless it's Ghost Stories. That's still the greatest English dub of all time.
Number 1.
So that's it for me.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Reason I was like distant, I had to do the research on how to find one of these illegal streams. Still doing my due diligence.
You couldn't just ask me,
I think
bro.
I got one though. It's a little late, but I think I'm there. I got to see after the prelims of how it's working, but I'm there. I really ain't got that much to talk about when it comes to pretty much anything. In terms of watching, I don't even think I watched was the thing that we're gonna talk about later. Give good details on why that we straying further and further across from the Lord. As for playing, so for the trio I usually play, other than the games the guys tell me to hop on, so I don't really count like Battlefield 1 or I don't count Black Ops 3. Don't need to talk about that. But I play a trio of games kind of like Valhalla, 2K, and Madden. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. It's two games. Well, it's one game I'm gonna definitely delete. It's another game on the verge of deleting, and it's another game I'm gonna keep. Guess which those games are?
Madden's getting deleted. Assassin is on the verge of getting deleted, and you keeping 2K.
That's why Cam is one of my closest friends. Madden is definitely about to get deleted soon. Not necessarily because it's hard, because it's a very stupid program game. Chris is scared to go against me, and I have no other reason to play it.
I actually have to tell y'all something at the end of the podcast, so I'll tell y'all later.
All right, okay. So I'm going to delete the game soon. I beat my franchise mode. Did I do it with Kansas City, which is basically like fucking walking into a goddamn bar with a fucking bazooka and killing everybody in their way? Yes, but I still have fun doing it. Trying to do it with the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore, get what's his face some help. I always forget this nigga name whenever I talk
Lamar
about
Jackson.
Yeah, get Lamar Jackson some help. It's bad out here. And that's really it. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is actually quite somewhat fun right now. Still boring as fuck though, but it's getting there. Other than that, I'm done. It's just been a little, just working and stuff like that has been the week for me, so I ain't really getting it.
Next.
I'm gonna be quick. Y'all hear me?
Yeah,
you good.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna be quick. I didn't really read anything besides the stuff we're gonna talk about. I did watch the recent One Piece anime episode with they introduced like a little bit of the rock stuff, so we're getting straight into the Odin flashback. My main thing that I'm gonna talk about is what I played this week. So I took a fat L, Fire Emblem Houses. I focused on romancing way too hard. I will tell you this, Cam. I played that last mission a total of like 30 times. And I'm lowballing it.
This nigga was
I got slapped every single time.
This nigga was treating Fire Emblem like Persona, bro.
Did you tell him the thing about JRPGs is which before you do the last mission, make sure you grind until your eyeballs bleed? Did he at least do that?
That's the number one rule.
He was grinding. He was grinding pussy. He was grinding his
I
unit.
got all of my compatibility.
Politics over Punani, man. Get it together, bro.
I didn't pay attention.
Keep telling you, consciousness over coochie, politics over punani. I keep telling y'all that. Consciousness comes before coochie.
I simped. The prelude, I told Ken, like, I knew I was in trouble when the lead up to the final mission gave me work. And my sublime sword was broken, Kim. The axe in Zoltan was broken. I had no materials. I had no money. All I had was an S ranking on my Bernadetta compatibility and the A's on all the other females.
Got fucking smoked.
I sacrificed everybody, and I still lost. So I gotta go on my second playthrough. I'm restarting everything. So I learned my lesson.
But like listeners and viewers, like this, DC has been growing in terms of video gaming. Because if this was past DC, he probably would have uninstalled the game. But like this DC, he knew that he fucked up. It wasn't the game's fault. It was your fault.
You know what? I'm quite proud of you, man. I'm quite proud of you. That's making me proud of you. You low key, you want to uninstall that shit too.
Would have chucked my Switch against the wall.
You would have came on the pod like, yeah, I uninstalled the game. I'm like, damn, bro.
Turn my Switch, G. I couldn't do it.
So I was gonna return.
But I love that game a lot. Like after this, I'm going to the store and buying Persona, or going online and buying it. Whatever. As soon as I play my second playthrough, I'm buying Persona. And I'm playing the hell out of that. And yeah, our JRPGs is the move for me. 2021. So,
Hey, before you play, after you play Persona, man, you gotta make room for Trail Sass' favorite game of all time. You gotta do it. Just like you do the Persona 5 Royal Edition. Go ahead, get your Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition. Do what you gotta do.
DC did play Final Fantasy with us.
I did play a little bit, but I
See,
wasn't
there you
sure
go.
enough.
He ain't play it. That's
Okay.
not playing it, bro. You can't.
It's
When you busting cheeks, you can't say I bust a little bit, bro. No, you bust them things, bro.
Yeah.
You knock them walls down, B. He ain't knocked them walls down, bro. He played. He did a little foreplay. He did a little. He did a little dibble dab. He need to get inside that, man. We need
When
to
he
make him
didn't
call him
romance
back.
Kawakami, we don't honor that.
No, if you can't beat a dungeon in your second playthrough in one day,
God.
something wrong with you, man. I'm sorry, DC, but you know you have to go there. Just have to let you know, bro.
I was trying to for my mission. I wasn't paying attention, but that Fire Emblem experience is really fun. Like that game was dope. The strategy elements really made me think, especially later on. Like that, some of the missions I was coasting on, but I knew I was in trouble when I was just sacrificing people, bro. Like it would just be like me, Edelgard, and Ferdinand something at the end.
That's a legitimate strategy, bro. Ain't no shame in killing them all.
My
dude.
man
Very
pulled
good.
out old Greek.
Wait, so when somebody gets smoked in your party in that game, do they permanently die?
It's an option. So it's classic with like OG Fire Emblem. When somebody died in battle, they was dead forever. But like New Age, starting from Awakening, the 3DS games and onward, they gave you an option where if somebody dies, they just become unavailable for the rest of the battle.
Oh, I like that permadeath though. Stakes, you know what I'm saying? I like the stakes, man.
And then they definitely will make it very obviously that you lost somebody in that game too.
They're gonna sit there and be like, "Hey, here's all the people you lost." You sitting there like, "Damn."
Would have been pissed
They
off
do
because-
that. In the ending credit scenes, they'll tell you like these are the people that you lost in battle.
That sucks.
Hey,
Yo,
hey, they gotta have a Boys to Men in the version up of that shit. Bro, that shit gonna be fire.
I would have been pissed off. I definitely would have uninstalled the game if I spent all that time romancing them and I just hear that scream freeze and the echo of their voice, like the blood curdling scream. I would have returned my Switch all the day. Yeah, that's it for me this week. Just Fire Emblem.
Ooh. You see my Gohan bang going on right here, you know what I'm saying? Niggas got the anime.
You know, quick fact, Cam. At Adidas, when I used to go in one of my top 5 craziest heroes, one of my hair used to go right there, bro, and it used to be called the Superman bang, folks. Very powerful bang.
It's all natural too, bro. Like I ain't gotta try for this shit. It just happens.
Very
G.
powerful
So, like,
bang. You should be like one of them savages and put a little bead right there, bro. I'm telling you, man. Works
I don't
out.
know if
A
I'm
little
too
bead right there.
zesty for your boy, you know what I'm saying? A little bit too zesty. Yo.
He says,
But so let's go. I didn't really do much reading aside. Well, I did do reading, but we'll talk about that report later. Watching Cells at Work Black, Cold Black. Wildest episodes this week, G. These episodes were fucking wild. For those who don't know, episode 3 and 4, I think they're doing like they released 2 episodes at once for Cold Black, so which is pretty dope. But episode 3 was about essentially how your red blood cells are responsible for getting penises erect. And bro, like them niggas is going through, because Cold Black takes place inside like a body that does a lot of unhealthy shit. So it was really funny, like in the middle of like the red blood cells trying to like get the dude to get an erection, it stopped, and then dude had to take some Viagra. And it showed like the effects of what Viagra does inside your body and how your red blood cells react to when you take Viagra. Funny as fuck. And then the episode ended with dude. Well, it was because at the middle they made it seem like dude was masturbating because like the one of the cells was saying like the main character was like he's this noble guy, right? Like he's like, oh man, like this body sucks, but like if we can help produce the next person, like I'm gonna do this job. And like one of the senior red blood cells is like, sometimes folks we don't know what he doing. Like sometimes he just does it for pleasure. He may not necessarily be having sex, and it was like a dark undertone. But it turns out he actually did. The dude had sex and he contracted gonorrhea. That's how episode 3 ended. And then episode 4 was all about the effects of gonorrhea inside your body, like what it does, how your white blood cells react to it. Which is funny because the way the fucking white blood cells in that show look like, it's it's a good dynamic of what they were trying to portray. Basically, they all got fucking smoked because with gonorrhea, there's some scary fucking facts about gonorrhea. They're saying like it's like a 30% transmission effect.
Rate, yeah.
And that the proliferation period, like the incubation and like proliferation period, like how fast it spreads once it's in your body is insane. So like your inflammation and all other shit, like, and the fact is that like your white blood cells aren't able to handle like gonorrhea because they have such like hard cell armor. So like you combine that with the fact that they're always like multiplying super frequently, your body gets fucked up. But like in that episode, I forgot what it was. I forgot what treatment it was, but basically it was a treatment that like weakened the gonorrhea, and then the white blood cells were able to kill it off, which got rid of the gonorrhea in his body. I don't know if it's that easy, but I mean it's anime, so they kind of had to make it a little bit lighthearted at the end. But I would say that like, man, there's some scary shit that if you don't take care of your body, bro, that cells that they don't sugarcoat what happens, bro. Your body's out here struggling when healthy shit. Oh, so that's pretty cool. There was another episode of the other Cells at Work season 2, which basically talked about like your hair strand cells and what do they call it? The mast cell, which is like responsible for releasing like histamine inside your body when there's like when it senses that there's something off about your body, like that's how you get kind of like acne reactions and shit like that. You can learn a lot of shit, bro. If somebody tells you anime don't teach you anything, point them to Cells at Work. A lot of shit. Oh, but that's it for reading. Yeah, for watching and for playing. Like DC reignited my passion to continue my playthrough of Fire Emblem, my last playthrough, because I did the Black Eagle, I did Golden Deer, and I have to finish it off with the Blue Lion Path, which I'm currently doing right now. Unlike DC, know what I'm doing. I'm at a point in the game where I'm at a point in the game where I'm OP as fuck. I'm one shotting everything. Like all my units is fucking going crazy.
Scary ass army right there.
My mage unit is like doing like 45, 50 something damage, and she can attack from like a range of like she's like a magic sniper. My main character is like one shotting everything with a basic sword that I just gave him because I wanted to lower him so that I can get other people to get experience. Everybody's just OP. Like I'm at a point where like the story level that requires me to be at like level 15. All my units are like level 25 plus, with like almost like the master classes that you unlock in the game. Because when I play SRPGs, I'm a sadistic motherfucker. I love being OP as fuck and just destroying everything. It just makes me feel some type of way. Dominance, alpha male. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm actually really glad that DC bought Fire Emblem because it was a point where I really do want to finish this game to like experience all of the stories, but I never really had that passion. Once DC got the game and I was kind of telling him some things. Oh, you know, let me play it. Because like that Tokyo Xanadu game I was talking about last week, I might delete that game. I don't know. Shit's kind of ass. I'm like literally at the final chapter and I have no desire to continue. Like the story, the characters, everything. I just don't give a fuck. When I don't care, I ain't trying to impress nobody. That game is like like 7 years old. I'm not gonna waste that. That's it. At this point, I'm waiting on February because Switch is gonna be packing, and I'm also on the 1st of February. There's actually another game that's coming out called like YS9 Strumnox. That's the action RPG that Falcon made. The same people who made the Trails of Cold Steel. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's it for me.
Hey, I got a question for you and Chris.
Oh, good.
That that ReZero game, y'all gonna cop that?
Fuck no.
Uh,
No.
I don't like ReZero like that.
Oh, it's for one, how's it get in the game? It's not enough action in there for it to be a game.
It's on the PlayStation.
It's a visual novel too.
Oh,
I like visual novels. I like
Oh.
I like visual novels, but I don't like ReZero enough to play a ReZero visual novel. So like,
I'm good. Yeah, I don't do visual novels. I'm like, nah. But let's go ahead and get into what we've been reading and some. So let's get my hair out the way first. So spoiler alert, but by the time this episode's up, the chapter will be out.
yeah, it'll be out.
Hopefully, I might have this up on time tomorrow. So the spoilers for My Hero dropped. Pretty much, it's still a big fat L for all the heroes. Literally, it's a big fat ass L. Niggas are in the hospital. Let's see here. Hold on, let me look at the summary real quick so I won't miss nothing here. But heroes is out here looking bad out here. So blah blah blah. So yeah, so pretty much the chapter starts off talking about Redestro and what happened in the hospital. I really don't care about that nigga. I really don't. The nigga who gets angry and turns into the Hulk. That guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that guy, like, it just shows what's going on in terms of that. Then so then it fast forwards to the villains, and pretty much after they took over after they did the prison break, and pretty much that right now they're just protecting Shiggy's body because literally the nigga is literally broken now and he needs to heal. So yeah, so they have to protect him, even though I don't know what's the big deal to protect them, because like, gee, ain't nobody coming to get them niggas at all. But I understand that makes no sense to me. So that happens. Then it goes to the hospital where pretty much everybody is in pain, hurt, harmed. Gran Torino's alive. How he's alive?
Yes, whatever.
So he should have been dead, but whatever.
Exactly. I don't care.
He should have been dead, but clearly,
low-key.
it's clearly, I guess they said Midnight's gonna be the big death.
Midnight is just a way more impactful death. These care about Midnight. They don't care about Grand.
The fanfic niggas
Beating off to her, and now you can't beat off to her.
Hey man, they still got Mount Lady. They still let me quit.
Because I'm about to say after that, everybody else is underage, and Shorty,
Miracle's the only one.
Miracle has no limbs, as far as working limbs.
Is that talking about that senior chick?
The black chick,
bunny
the
chick.
rabbit black girl.
So you don't care about her. No.
Hey, but I care about any black chick that does her cosplays. Y'all do y'all thing, queens. We appreciate y'all.
They keep doing it.
Exactly. But they focus on Bakugo, who's the first one to wake up. He's trying to figure out what the hell's going on. They show Aizawa, who's awake. He says, "Don't tell me about who died, because I don't care. I care about them kids. Honestly, fuck these kids." And Todoroki was focused on, and Todoroki had an interesting dialogue where he was thinking about Dabi, and says he relates to him and he should be the one to take him out instead of Endeavor, which I like that dynamic that they're giving him in terms of the younger brother got to take out the hateful older brother.
This cliche is all fucked, dog.
It's very is, but it's like I like it in a way. It's cliche, but I like it. I like it. It's like yeah, I understand how he feels. Like I
They said
understand
his
how he
throat was
feels.
burned too.
He said what?
They said his throat was burned, so he couldn't speak.
Yeah, he still couldn't talk.
Yeah.
But the focus on Todoroki was very interesting because they said the media bust into his room and said, "Hey man, we didn't know why your daddy ain't shit, G."
Like, yo, fuck my dad. Hope that nigga die.
That shit got to do with anything to do with me, brother. Like shoot, like y'all bogus. I'm y'all coming to me. I can't talk. I'm the younger brother. Then it goes back to Bakugo, who's getting dragged around by the Mineta and some other nigga. I don't remember the other 1A niggas' names.
Why is Mineta there?
The tape nigga. That's
Why are they?
Oh.
Why are those two?
Because you know
Because
when their
Bakugo didn't have
classmates
the
are
ship.
hurt, they go to the hospital.
Oh, why those two specifically? That's what I'm at. Like, out of everybody that they could have gave him, they gave him those two no name. Who gives a fuck about them niggas?
him. He don't have a ship. That's why they gave it to him. Everybody else's ships went to their rooms. That's the only explanation.
That's a valid point.
Oh, Mineta, because Mineta's ship is everybody that has a pussy.
His ship is dead.
Ape folks don't.
His ship is dead. You gotta remember, his ship is dead, technically. So
Crazy, bro. That shit crazy, bro.
So yeah, then the chapters is pretty much showing that Deku's still unconscious, pretty much. So that's everything that happened in My Hero. So.
Oh, I read the thing that he was saying, like Bakugo was saying, like if like Deku dies, I'll kill him or something like that.
Classic
I'm just like
Bakugo.
just seeing the Twitter comments going like, damn, bro, this sucks. Like, why do that? Like, why have a cliffhanger like that? Like, nigga, do you not be watching your own prologues? This is the story about how I became the #1 hero. I died in a hospital bed. The fuck, like,
Actually, he be, you know how like it's the Avatar state with the quirks. His spirit, he passes it on to Bakugo, and his spirit's inside Bakugo.
Bro, get that bullshit up out of here.
I swear to God, I'm dropping My Hero if that's the case.
Yeah, I would drop it. Let that be because literally the next chapter is chapter 300, so clearly it's a setup for something. Hopefully major. Keyword hopefully. Gee, if they do that, G, they can kiss my ass forever, bro. Hirokoshi, I literally capped. I would say I've been capping for you, G, on this pod. Don't fuck up like that, G. Don't. You have one job.
Will Deku survive?
Like, come on, we know full well he survived. But so yeah, that's My Hero. Move on to Boruto. Which one of y'all want to lead the Boruto talk?
I read the whole chapter. I know DC, you skimmed it, right?
I went
read
back
it too.
and read some, but yeah, I didn't go too in depth.
So basically, this was like this is the kind of finale essentially where last chapter ended up with Boruto stabbing Sasuke's eyes because they gotta nerf him somehow because he made him way too powerful. So Boruto is possessed by Momoshiki, and basically he's like, yo, this body's a vessel. Fuck you, Kawaki. I'm just gonna take Boruto. Kawaki's like, nah, nigga, like give Boruto back. Sasuke's like, yeah, give Boruto back. We gotta save him. Naruto's like, oh shit, sleepy as fuck. And, like he's basically out the whole chapter. Like, who cares about that nigga, right? So basically, they noticed that in the middle of the fight, Boruto is not, or Momoshiki possessed Boruto is not using like his karma powers, and Sasuke realizes that. And he's like, the reason why he's not using his karma powers is because if he uses it, then Boruto will be able to like regain his consciousness, break free from the spell. So basically, Kawaki and Sasuke formulate a plan to basically use it was pretty smart. Kawaki basically burns himself to kind of kill himself, and since they want Since he's an Otsutsuki vessel or whatever the fuck they call these niggas, they're like, oh no, you can't kill yourself. So he uses his powers. Boruto regains his consciousness, breaks the shell, and then he's like, oh, thanks for coming to rescue Kawaki. And then Kawaki's like, yeah, you too, stupid brother. Like, it's pretty. I guess it's pretty cool seeing now they have this dynamic of like brotherhood. Now we all know how it's gonna end though, because nothing original done, and Naruto was successful. So let's redo Naruto versus Sasuke again. So it is what it is on that matter. And then the chapter ends with basically Sasuke walks over to. Oh, there was another thing that they revealed where Kawaki. He was saying like Kawaki's like vessel rate. He's like 80% full, and basically once at any point he can be taken over by like Momoshiki or some Otsutsuki clan person at any time. So that's that. And at the end of the chapter, Sasuke walks over, and Naruto is like passed out on the floor, and he's like, "Oh no!" So basically, next chapter, Naruto might die. May or may not die. I don't know.
Naruto been on pack watch for years now.
All I'm gonna say is this: my thoughts on this, right? If this is how Naruto goes out, I'm good. You can miss me with that. I'm sorry, G. This nigga went out fighting some like fucking old ass like Hot Topic wearing motherfucker. Use some new BS form, and then had this endurance fight. Garbage. If you're gonna kill out Naruto, kill off Naruto thematically. Have him die protecting the village. Fucking Pain style, right? Like the freaking main Otsutsuki clan or whoever comes and is just going to destroy the village. Naruto goes like, Kurama, that new form, I need 100% full power. Boom, protects the village, and then he dies a hero. He dies the way he set his dream up to become the Hokage, make people accept him, and protect the hidden leaf. But for him to die off like this, garbage.
All right. Daytra, you muted. Daytra, you muted yourself.
You're on mute, Daytra.
Or, and maybe this is a little bit too edgy, we don't kill him.
Well, we have to because Boruto has to progress. It's the ace. It's the ace death syndrome.
You know what you can do?
Have to kill somebody off in order for them to grow.
You can honestly just create a threat that's stronger than Naruto.
Which they've been trying to do.
And with that threat being stronger than Naruto, Naruto loses a fight, and the power that Kawaki and Boruto possesses is the only thing that can beat said people without killing Naruto. Because killing the nigga of your main, yes, it's the Boruto's journey, but when has all you gotta do is look at when they tried to kill off Goku, the GOAT, the nigga right there, right?
Get this nigga Gohan up out of here, bro. What Goku
at? They tried their best. They had movies. They had his old little college thing that was going with. They had everything. High school, college, whatever the fuck that man was going. And at the end of the day, they was like, we waiting for Goku. So, look, if he dies, he dies. Ivan Dragunov thing. This is a side piece manga. You know what I'm saying? This ain't Dragon Ball Super, in which I'm salivating to get a piece of. You know what I'm saying? This is Boruto. Something that started off, and it most likely go end. So it is what it is, man. I hope it ends soon, though. I really hope it ends soon.
No, because we still haven't gotten the time skip stuff yet.
No, it's mandatory.
But what's your thoughts, Steve?
I agree. I don't like it at all. I think it's trash. I'm not even going to try to go into the from a narrative perspective. It's just ass. I don't enjoy it. I don't. We're here because of Naruto. The anime isn't it like Boruto, Naruto Next Generations?
Yeah,
You don't kill off your flagship. That's the reason everyone's there. Like from just a marketing standpoint, you don't. And if you do kill him off, it has to be. If you're gonna kill off Naruto, in a show, do it on the last episode, so we don't have to keep watching afterwards after he's dead. Honestly,
Hey, but you know the crazy thing is, he probably don't die. And the reason I say that is because in the beginning, it's two routes. It's two routes that this can take. In the beginning of Boruto, Kawaki uttered these words. I'ma send Naruto, I'ma send you while I send your father, or whatever the fuck he said. I'm gonna kill you like I killed your father. So one or two things. That thing that possesses Kawaki is gonna kill Naruto. Or
they still
Naruto don't die here. What'd you say?
Or they still him off someplace like they did in Inuyasha and every other fucking show.
The thing is, the reason I'm not so much of 100% of Naruto dying is because you just can't retcon the beginning of your fucking show.
You really can't. That's the problem.
Having Naruto die right here and not by Kawaki or Kawaki being possessed. It just can't happen. That is probably something that's like, I will drop this show if that happens. Because, like, what was the point? So if we even get to that point, it will make no sense. So it's most likely Naruto survives. Now he might get hindered, or Naruto survives and Kawaki still kills this nigga afterwards in this arc. Tomato. I don't fucking know. But the beginning of Boruto kind of spoiled Naruto's death. If he ain't getting slapped by Kawaki, he might not be dying anytime soon. So who knows? It's still fuck them if they kill off Naruto regardless. That's just stupid as shit. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have much else to add. Like you guys said, if that's how he goes, you could do so much better. So much better. And at this point, I think the main thing with Boruto, the worst thing they ever did was introduce in the opening chapter, opening episode, is Kawaki saying, I packed up your daddy. Because then, from the very jump, we're on pack watch for Naruto. It's like, we're invested solely to see how Naruto dies.
Stop opening up your shows like saying like the whole My Hero shit, the whole like the Boruto. Stop opening your shows with like post time skip shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it comes to some of these art, like the My Hero shit we just talked about earlier, Deku's not gonna fucking die. There's no fucking threat. Same thing with Naruto. It's like we're not watching your show more because of what you're establishing throughout your arcs. We already know what the fuck is happening. We just want to get to the point where it finally happens so we can be like, cool, next.
Mm-hmm. So that's the worst thing that happened with Boruto. But let's see where it goes. Clearly, I don't think that nigga is not going to die yet. That's not literally, as far as we know, Sasuke sacrifices his chakra to give to Naruto and he lives. Like, let's see. Like, we're gonna
I don't want him to die either.
Yeah.
I mean, but they nerfed the nigga, bro. Boruto stabbed his fucking eye with a kunai.
That's stupid to begin with. After we saw what happened in the final fight, because couldn't he see the limbo Madaras? Are you telling me you can't? Never mind. I'm not going.
He didn't expect his protege to land that blow.
Isn't Sasuke supposed to be the I'm ready at all times, dude?
Look, bro, they're at a point of they're trying to rehash a show without they two big guns and trying to make they're trying to handicap.
They're trying to make a threat by nerfing their two main characters, and it sucks.
You can't do it. At the end of the day, you gonna need Super Saiyan 4 Naruto and Super Saiyan 4 Sasuke.
And you know what? That's a perfect leeway to talk about Super.
Yep.
Where Super actually is doing a great job in establishing higher threats for Goku and Vegeta. Because at this point, Goku, to give a synopsis and lead the discussion, Goku can tap into Ultra Instinct at whim.
Yep.
At whim. So now, like, I'm sitting here like, this is me, like, going like, bro, this nigga is broken as fuck. There's absolutely nothing that should be able to come into his path. No. Big nigga Whis comes in and goes like, hey, listen, my nigga, your Ultra Instinct still ain't shit.
Literally ain't.
You barely doing anything against me. I can barely do anything against my pops, the Grand Priest. So let's continue this training session, bro. Your Ultra Instinct is level 1 Goblin. I'm Goblin Slayer. And Grand Priest. And Grand Priest is fucking freaking Big Daddy fucking like Godzilla or some shit, bro. Like you can't. There's levels to this Goku. And another thing that's established is, and this is what I like. Because I know that Trail's gonna get into this conversation, but dude who writes this fucking series is doing a great job of establishing the difference between Goku and Vegeta.
A really great job.
The way that it's not Vegeta, and this is why even though yes, Vegeta is like my Vegeta fans, so I have to realize at the end of the day, Vegeta is number 2,
and I'm cool with that. I'm perfectly fine.
2. But
Exactly.
the thing is that I still like Vegeta's character because he's not trying to carbon copy clone Goku. He sees Goku's getting trained Ultra Instinct by Whis, and then Beerus is like, "You want to learn that shit?" And he's like, "Fuck no, I want to get stronger on my own term."
He said, "Give me that power of the God of Destruction, bro."
Yes.
Yeah, I love
Beerus
that.
is like, my nigga, that's angel shit, my nigga. I have Ultra Instinct, but it's levels to this shit, Vegeta. I can teach you. Well, he didn't say I can teach you. He said, I know God of Destruction shit. I'm finna go train off. You can steal my moves if you want to. Fucking look like that to me. I'm already invested into this art because now we have a for people who go like, oh, Goku, Vegeta, they don't train, they just get BS power ups. We're establishing
That
the
they've been
growth
training.
in these characters and
They've
where
been
they
training
want to
their
go,
ass off.
where they want to go with their powers. Amazing, niggas who listen, bro. I'm gonna say this as a hot topic. I'm getting tired of you Dragon Ball Z niggas, G. At this point, Super is far better to me than Z. There's just no. Yeah, you got the anime Resurrection F and all of this shit. Who cares, right? Goku Black Turn of Power, Moral Arc, and now this upcoming arc. I'm sorry, G. I'm sorry. Like, what, Frieza Saga? Okay, maybe. Cell Saga, mid is all fuck and overrated as shit. And Buu Saga is great, but it's like, nah, for the most part, Great Saiyaman shit is cool, but like there are like some low periods and some stupid like Majin Vegeta shit is fucking dumb as fuck. Ultimate Gohan shit is dumb as shit. There's a lot of dumb moments in that arc. So all that being said, we got a great training arc established, and now we have the kind of, I guess you could call him bootleg Bardock, the granola character. Where essentially it's established that, you know, Saiyans being world conquerors and shit fucked up his home planet, boo-hoo. And now he's heard that Frieza's alive. He wants to seek vengeance. We get to meet the Hot Topic vampires. I don't listen. I'm gonna put it like this, Chris. I know you said they black and shit. Look. I'm not claiming L's. I'm not claiming L's. For my black anime watchers who's like, yeah, bro, we got some black hairstyles. We got some. I'm not claiming L's, G. Fuck that shit. You want to know why that poster in the back with the poster in the back of that Trail's room? That nigga finna sauce them up, bro.
We know he's gonna sauce them up. We expect it. That's a highlight take
I'm
waiting to happen.
I don't even think them niggas the final villain, bro.
They not.
Them niggas about to get man.
Bro, that nigga gas finna get smoked up, G. Ain't man, who cares about that shit, bro?
They might toss him to Gohan, low key.
Yo, no, hey, look. If Vegeta and Goku don't sauce him up, I'll take back all I said, G. I would take that shit back. Especially if Tracksuit Gohan work him. No, man, I'm Gucci.
Because the thing is like from what I've gauged, is Granola seems like he's strong, but like
untapped potential.
You're gonna have to convince me if he's going toe to toe with Goku. That's my standpoint. Because it looks like he has some really cool powers with like his ability to snipe and shit like that, but I don't see him going toe to toe with Goku. Unless they have some secret like Ceruleans or what they call it. They have some secret OP like Zenkai power boost like the Saiyans, but I don't see that. But my overall thoughts on this chapter, I think this arc is like because I wasn't really too keen on the moral arc. I don't think it's bad because a lot of people overreacted it because they're like, "Oh, Goku, why did they fucking Goku?" But I wasn't really too hyped for the moral arc aside from like the Ultra Instinct stuff. But I am very interested and invested in. I think the training arc that they established with Goku and Vegeta is cool, and I think the angle that they're going to, like going galactic wide with Super, establishing other races and things like that, I think is good. Those are my thoughts.
So, real quick, Cam talked about he gave a good synopsis of the current thing that we're looking at now. So I ain't gonna talk about it, right? And it just started, so it's no need to speculate and stuff like that right now. I believe it's gonna be a good arc though. But I just want to talk about. I think his name is Toyo, like whatever his last name is.
Toyotaro.
Yeah. Toyotaro.
Something like that, bro.
Yeah.
He does such a good job of utilizing what's happening in the past and bringing it to the forefront. It's as much as anybody who ever creates stuff. I hate when people say, "Oh, they just creating stuff out of thin air." That's creation. It don't just come from somebody. If you using something and taking it from somebody else, that's not your own creation, right? If you're doing something that's already been there, that's not your own creation. Creation is something that come out of thin air. But what was really good about this right here is that he's taking stuff from like the past arc and he's moving the story along without it just being new threat they got to go to. It seems like it's a big crescendo of Universe 7 that's going on right now. Not just Goku next power up or Vegeta next power up and see how strong they're going to get, which is happening, but what's going on around Universe 7 is something that he's doing in Super that Toriyama couldn't do in Z.
At all.
And he's world builder on a universal level. That to do that in Dragon Ball and to make it feel fresh is something that you should apply. Because Dragon Ball is older than all of us in this fucking podcast. So to make this feel fresh, hey, that's what's up. Now, is there things that you can, critique this man about on his writing side? If you will critique on writing, of course, go ahead, nitpick, do what you gotta do. But to make Dragon Ball second fucking rerun or rehash, whatever it's fucking called, reboot, or whatever the fuck it's called, whatever this in GT is called, and to make it successful, and to make it that people watching it, to make it that people want to look at the chapters every month, spoiler, woo-wop, bam, bam, wop. That's amazing. So to Funimation and the people that controls the animation of Dragon Ball Super, get on y'all shit, okay? Just get. If Super was that successful, if the movie was that successful, why the fuck y'all can't continue this anime, bro? It's there. The writing's there. The you got finished arc, so you don't have to do fucking filler every episode. You have what it takes to. You got One Piece looking like a brand new stuff. You could do the same thing with fucking Super. Like it annoys me. But back to what I was saying about bro. Shout out to him. Shout out to the callbacks. Shout out to him creating more in Universe 7. I think it's going to be more to come with not only the villains, but when it comes to Goku and his crew. Shout out to the development of fucking Vegeta, which is something that is needed more than the development of fucking Goku. Goku always going to have to be the same character because he's the fucking main character. So asking for depth, asking for this for Goku, that you don't need that fucking shit. He got one thing to do. That's to wax the fucking villain. But when it comes to Vegeta and the characters around him, that makes the story fucking stronger. But Vegeta, him in Super, is not just him, veering his own path. He is taking Vegeta's sole character, but fleshing that out. Vegeta is all about fucking pride and pride of himself. But the difference is from pride in Z and pride in Super is that God. Vegeta is doing all of this for his sake. He's not doing this to catch up to Goku. He's doing all of this for his sake. in that shit. As Goku is the one to, to protect the Earth and to protect, everything around him. He gets stronger, not just for his own satisfaction and stuff like that, but he also gets stronger just because he's going to have to be the one to protect the world, whatever. So Vegeta's main character drive is, if I'm going to be second best, I'm going to do it my own fucking way.
I'm going to be the best second best. Boom.
That shit's beautiful. I'm done, bro. This shit's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful, man. Tear coming down my eye if I wasn't such a hardcore ass nigga. Like, shit's beautiful.
DC, you want to add anything?
I'll pretty much hit it on the nail. I'll just say that I agree with Daytrail. I love what Super's doing with Vegeta. It's just not changing, but just expanding upon his character and showing us different. Not necessarily different, because from a writing perspective, it is really good. It's like you're not reinventing the wheel. You're just showing us what's inside.
I stole Kinemon's move. I'm more powerful.
Oh, it's mine now. But I really like from just a meathead perspective and power scaling and stuff. I love this because I remember I was thinking back during the tournament of power where Goku said like he was just in awe of how strong Jiren was by himself, and he didn't have Ultra Instinct. So in my mind, I'm like, there has to be something other than Ultra Instinct to make niggas strong. But the fact that
even not to cut you off, DC, but even in like the Broly movie, where like Vegeta was like, you remember like Vegeta was like going to that new form of yours, and Goku was like, well, I can't do that. But now in this chapter, we see that Goku is just effortlessly tapping into Ultra.
Mm-hmm.
It's progression, and people that complain about stuff like this are goofy because you complain about BS power-ups and then they show you training and you get, it's like there's nothing you can do to appease these niggas.
Also, point. I don't want to hear shit when Frieza is inevitably in this fucking arc because they already planted the seeds of these niggas are going after the fucking Saiyans and shit like that. Who led these Saiyans to be planting conquerors? Frieza. So eventually the Granola niggas, this has to happen. So I don't want to hear, they always bringing Frieza back. Nigga, you might as well call Frieza a Z fighter at this point, and I like it. If this the new Z fighters, I want more of that. I want more of that, bro. It's better than Piccolo. It's better than Master Roshi. Give me Frieza, Gohan, fucking Beerus, Goku, and Vegeta 17. Over anybody. Over anybody, bro.
I don't have a problem with it at all. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and get that filth anime up out of here, G. So
that's all on y'all.
Look, that's on you and DC. Like after I forgot who said something wild, and I said I'm good. I ain't watching that shit.
I remember Byron, way before this came. I think this show got announced like a while ago that it was getting an anime adaptation, and Byron was talking to me about like the shit that goes on in this show, and he was like, "Yeah, bro, like this shit is basically borderline hentai, some fucked up shit that happens." And I was like, "Really, is getting an anime? Is it gonna be hentai?" And he's like, "No, it's gonna just be a regular anime." And I was like, "Yep."
And then like when the term borderline hentai, I think of freaking interspecies reviewers. That was borderline hentai. That's like
straight up. Like,
yeah, that's borderline hentai. So I'm like, oh, okay, it can't be that bad. But I'll let y'all cook, G.
So, in DC, chime in whenever you want to.
Man.
So,
how many episodes are out right now? Just for
2,
reference,
and that's how crazy this shit is. 2. Episode 1 really don't need to talk about. It's a synopsis of that story. The guy basically was abused, bullied, whatever, made to do all this stuff for this healing power. Makes stupid shit. So he does this thing in which he redo time, and so he can do it his way. I think the thing that broke the straw on the camel's back, and correct me if I'm wrong, DC, is that like the chick that he loved got killed or some shit like that. And it's because of these other people.
So. Yeah.
Very, very skippable shit. This, and I will say this. So, interspecies reviewer pushed the envelope, but it was pushed the envelope over raunchiness, right? Raunchiness is different from edginess. People got to distinct the two. Raunchiness is just shit that makes you be like, oh fuck, they see how far they can get past the censors. Oh fuck, they doing this. That's the push the envelope of this. Isn't horny, freaky, and all that type of shit? Yes. Isn't harmless? Yes.
Yeah.
This do not pushes the envelope of raunchiness. This pushes the envelope on what's the goal of this show. Easy Trophy Rule is just a fucking about prostitution. If anything, it puts sex work, and no matter how you feel about sex work and prostitution, in a fucking good light. And a lot of people feel that way. Like, you know, this show uses a plot of revenge and wants to sympathize with somebody who raped somebody.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
I can't that rape shit. I already don't tolerate that shit, so I'm not finna invest no time into shit.
So
like
that. There's nothing in the world that you can simply be like, it was justifiable to rape this person. And this is all serious. It's not like really a fucking joke. Like, there's nothing in this world. So to put that in an anime and to say what he's doing as we're following our protagonist, no matter what the fuck happens to this dude, if he fucking dies at the end, if he has some horrible death or somebody kills him or something like this, no matter what happens, we are still following this dude as a protagonist, which is meaning his side of the story is the right side of the story. That's stupid as fuck. So to detail the episode, basically he redoed his healer. He got to redo as his healer. He knows what's going to happen next because he understand he lived this life before. So what he's going to do, he's going to trick all these people. So as he going about his life the way that he was supposed to, I think, and like I said, I could be wrong again, when he went into this place that happened and when all that stuff happened, when he really went into that original castle, he ended up getting like fucking these maids. And I was like, all right, if this the raunchiness of it, fucking these maids and stuff like that, this ain't shit, right? And Byron told me it gets worse. Like, this ain't shit. He having threesomes, all that type of stuff. This is, I live in Japan in this fucking censored ass society. I'm gonna create some raunchy shit.
or I don't get no pussy, so I'm a.
It gets worse.
Yeah.
So when he gets locked up in his chamber to basically get forced to do these healing powers and get forced to do these drugs and stuff like that, which is basically they drug him and all this type of stuff. At first they drug him with, you know, him like having sex with this bitch, so they poured it down her tits. And then like with every new scene in that montage, it gets fucking worse. And then after that, he gets raped. Like, he gets raped too. And then after that, he's like getting raped, but he's also, all right. And then, you know, we laugh about it in the chat, but the more I think about this, the more like this shit is fucking stupid. Like, he getting raped, and then the guy is pulling his tongue. And he's getting, you know, some top. As he busts, is basically when it's over. So the chick who got
they show this shit?
Yes. The chick who got they showed the nut. They didn't show, you know, you can't, no matter what, you can't show an erect penis and stuff like that, right? So they showed the nut as it going her mouth. As she walks away to, I guess, to go spit it out, the guy that's raping him pulls up to her and makes out with her. Like,
That's why I said what I said earlier, Chris.
So
you have to
Family man getting his paper, you know what I'm talking about? And I had to put that out there, bun, because a lot of niggas doing a lot of fugazi shit out here, man. You know what I'm
saying? There's a difference between, like I said, and anime viewers. I don't care how you feel about this show. I don't care. Oh man, you just soft this snowflake activity if you talk about the show. There is a difference between pure incel edginess and raunchiness. Prison School, Easy Coca Reviewers, everything that involves 7 Deadly Sins. That shit is raunchy. Like that's stuff.
With the exception of 7 Deadly Sins, that shit is also funny.
This is purely, this dude, when we get to it, is off pure, it's a revenge story. This is a revenge story. So this is, we are either have to feel on the same realm as him or understand why he doing this. Because this is our protagonist's revenge story. So after he do that, right, he staged this breakout. So I guess he let himself get raped. I guess he let himself do all that type of stuff. So,
can't he just redo that shit?
Yes, he can redo everything, but he let himself get raped. And there's this pink-haired chick who calls him. She's like the princess. Like all these characters, except for him, are basically who gives a shit, right?
Yeah.
But like this pink-haired cute character who calling him a dog, who calling him this and that, and stepping on his fingers and treating him like a slave. He escapes and she asks for him, and the top, I guess, general finds him, but he let himself get found. And basically what that dude, what the protagonist did, because his name shall not be named, he, I guess, switched his body out to be the head general so he can go to the princess's quarters. And she even said this, like, oh, to be in my quarters, this had to be an honor or some shit like that.
He used his body to rape her, basically, is where you're going.
No, because he kills the so we all knew this was that nigga, right? So he kills her 2 bodyguards and he reveals his face. Like, hey, it's me, my nigga. And he basically say, oh, you did all this, you did all that, woo this. Long story short, I'm gonna seek my revenge. He gives her this ultimatum. He's like, I'm gonna break all of your fingers. If you scream, I rape you. If you don't scream, you all good. So that's when the fingers start getting breaking. Byron put in the chat of how it looks with the finger break. Not gory. If you like, I can deal with like fingers getting broke and stuff like that without being like fuck. Now if she would have said like I'm gonna take your fingernails off or some shit like that, I probably would have turned it off. So he breaks all 10 of her fingers. She didn't scream. She got slob coming down her mouth. She crying, all that type of stuff. And what does he do? He redo her fingers, and they got healed again. So he breaks the other one. She screams. Out of fucking nowhere, this dude just get butt ass naked. That's the part I laughed at. He got naked fast.
Come on out, you rapist!
I'm gonna, what's this nigga's name, G?
I don't know.
He
got naked. Like, if you was to watch that episode, isn't this true, DC? When the camera pans to her and then it pans back to him, and all he had was like some shoes on.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but
it was bad. So he basically say, I'm gonna do all this, I'm gonna do all that. And she like, no, don't do it, woo, woo. And he was like, yo, you all that sobbing, all that crying made me limp. And she was like, my bad, woo, woo. He was like, don't worry. He reduced himself and slapped her in the face with his junk. So he redoed his thing and slapped her in the face with it. And with that, he, I guess he, did the dude with the dude, but he ended up getting one of those things, when you poke in a fireplace and you making sure the coal and the wood going around.
The coal,
got one of those hot spikes.
Yeah.
Heated it up. And he was like, I don't know if I should go inside you. He gave her ultimatum because I guess she was calling him dirty or some shit. And he was like, all right, if you don't want me inside you, I'm gonna put this inside of you.
Is this episode almost over, bro? Like,
yeah, it's almost over. Okay. And then she was like, oh no, come on, woo, come in, baby. Like, I'll take you, whoop. So he did what he had to do. That part was really uncomfortable. Because it wasn't just like in we all had dibble dabbed in the lost forbidden art of hentai. So in that stuff, when those scenes happen, eventually the person in that scene will be like, you know what? I'm down for the count. I want a part of this too. And they both is into it, right? Because it's hentai.
Yeah.
In this shit, no. This was a pure, bona fide, unadulterated fucking rape scene. It wasn't she was.
You forgot one part.
Oh, what's that part, DC?
She was playing with herself and saying I'm a pervert right in front of him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's before he did what he did. And I mean, it was forceful. Like he grabbed her from the back, and
Yeah.
whoop. It's bad. I say all that, and the episode ended with him. I think he killed her from that rape or something like that. And he said he would basically use a pawn to beat her and stuff like that. And then he framed the dude he took the body of, and he's off
changed
on
her
his journey.
face. And
what'd you say?
He changed her face and took her. He changed her face and took her memory away.
Boom.
Yeah.
So for the people who probably, when this show takes off, which it will do, just like Isikoku reviewers, just like any other thing, just like when Goblin Slayer first episode came out, and people white knighted why those episodes are not that bad. This is different. This is not a situation in which you're being edgy and raunchy just to be edgy and raunchy. This is some dude who sat there, pulled up his laptop, pen and paper, manga, whatever he did, and personally said, I'm going to make a revenge story if that person is going to rape somebody. You know what? A lot of protagonists in these stories got raped. My second favorite character of all time, Gutsu, got smacked. He got taken to Pound Town by some big nigga. Horrible, sad, yes. Griffith, he got taken advantage of too, because at the end of the day, he didn't get what he wanted. And so on of other like dark but edginess anime. Things that like Goblin said, people get taken advantage of and stuff like that. By goblins and other things. But in that realm, what they did was bad. It is shown to be bad. There's ramifications of what they did. It is when the emotion that comes from that part of those episodes, of that moment inside, that moment in those arcs of when those people got taken advantage of, when those people got raped and stuff like that, we knew in our brains that this is bad. But in this show, this person that's doing the raping, that's doing the revenge story, what are you trying to convey? That what this man doing, his redo of time, his redo of his revenge story, that this is right? Because no matter what, you are defending rape. And if you go and if you defend this show and you say this show is just, you can't handle it, that snowflake activity, woody woo, you also have to look yourself in the mirror.
Stay away from me.
And say, I'm defending rape. The show doesn't deserve to be on any streaming services, Verve, whatever, any other animated thing that's going to eventually get ate up by Crunchyroll and Funimation. It don't deserve to be there. This is not an Isikoku reviewer situation in which it's just borderline hentai.
Oh, speaking of, this show actually, some news for this show. It actually in Germany, I believe.
Yeah, it just got banned in Germany.
It got the simulcast.
Rightfully so.
Got banned. They're not showing it.
Yeah,
and
Germany said hell no.
Oh, this is censorship. This is censorship. You all can't handle this stuff. And I'm just like, y'all some fucking.
Yeah, I just want to see rape scenes.
Last thing, right? And this goes for even a broader sense for people who are looking outside of the anime realm and just looking at life. There's a stigma on censorship that people think it's 100% bad. The real reason of censorship is blocking somebody from seeing something that they're not supposed to see, or blocking somebody from hearing something that they're not supposed to hear. Is there a such thing as bad censorship? Yes. When it comes to say, for instance, when it's on the political side or propaganda or people not being able to tell their stories because of some overpowered realm is telling them no. That's bad censorship. This is not bad censorship. This is a country who deservedly shows to tell them like, yo, I think out of all countries, Germany should be like, we kind of know what some people should see and not should see. with their history and whatnot, right? This is a country saying this is not healthy for the brain. It's not healthy for your eyes to see. It's not good at all. There's no good taste about it. We would rather disassociate ourselves with this than for this to be with our people in this country. That's good censorship. That's the reason for censorship. But, you know, like everybody says, people like to see rape. People want to push the boundaries on things that are never good. Rape is never good in any sense. This is not like killing an anime. This is not like murdering an anime when it's just, hey, it happens, it happens. It's part of the world. That thing right there, that one fucking thing that goes with, like, when it comes to pedo shit, when it comes to incest, those three things are never good. And I guess as long as this part of the anime community try to normalize it, the more and more
it'll keep happening.
It keeps happening. So, I'm done. If y'all want to have y'all thoughts on that shit, go ahead.
Nope. There's nothing else to add about that. Like, what you said, DC?
I say that, like, this people who say it's bad, whoever tells you that this show is bad, listen to them, because, like, I felt like wrong looking at that scene, and it's not even just it's just the, like Datro said, no matter how you look at it, it's rape, regardless if he, you know what I'm saying, it's for revenge. Because I seen some people say, oh, well, he got his revenge, but at what cost? Like, as you look at the story, he went through rape again just so he could keep his anger and rape Shorty at the end. That's not good. And I know people are going to use this to try to justify certain things. It's not good at all. I'm glad that Germany banned it, because it's just a bad dialogue piece. I don't think this is something that people should even talk about. Don't watch it. You're just putting that in your spirit. And what benefit do you have to watch this at the end of the day? And there's none. That's all I gotta say.
Are y'all gonna continue to watch the show?
No, hell no. I'll go to, like, if Byron tell me about an episode that like, so the situation with, like, the cum swap situation, I generally found that shit funny because I was like, what the fuck? But when it got to that particular part with that princess, it showed me like, yo, I'm not gonna watch this shit. So Byron tell me a part that's funny. Of course, I'm gonna look at the funny shit. Funny. But as in me weekly coming on a podcast and say, hey, here go my review of Redo hell no. Hell no. This ain't an Izukaku reviewer situation in which I'm trolling standing the show. Like, I'm saying I'm standing just to say I'm standing. Hell no. Fuck that. Hell no. Fuck that. I'm sorry, Kurt.
All right, cool. So, shit's filth. Leave it alone. And once again, we are the Black Otakus. NW Tweeking Media do not condone rape at all. At all. So, move on. Let's hit up me and Cam. We could briefly talk about the volleyball anime 2.43. Actually, I know why they you probably caught it on the episode too, Cam. Why they call it 2.43, because of the length of the height of the volleyball net. So, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, I like this episode. It was much needed for I'm really mad I don't remember Buddy's name.
His name is Clooney. Black hair dude.
Yeah, blonde hair.
No, blonde hair dude is, I don't know his name. I know the black hair dude.
I'm mad because blonde hair dude is actually the best character.
Yeah.
He's actually the best character. For him to be kind of the edgy, serious nigga, the Kageyama type character, I like him so much. So pretty much, I guess it was a slight time skip of them in high school now, whatever, and they're still playing the blonde hair dude said, and look, man, fuck volleyball, G. Especially if I gotta play with that sorry nigga. So the volleyball club, the simp folks who really can't get it together, is still playing volleyball. So I guess his cousin said, oh, well, I guess since you ain't playing with him, you go play volleyball, nigga. So freaking lame ass nigga. So So I guess the captain said, "Hey, wait, dude, that's really good. He go ahead and he ain't playing." So they hunt dude down, talk to him and stuff, and they slowly ease him in to joining and stuff. They had a little school sports festival, and he played volleyball with them. When blonde hair folks sat there and grabbed folks and said, "Look, man, stop being a bitch."
Yeah.
Like he said more, but he told him, "Stop being a bitch and let's play volleyball." I was like, "All right, G, I like this guy, I really do." And also, I like how they kind of start showing other characters, be like, "Yeah, this is why he's gonna be on the volleyball team and stuff as well." So it was a decent episode. It was a really decent.
Yep, same thing. I liked the episode a lot. I'm glad we're starting to shift more into actually them playing volleyball. I did like the exchange between him and the black hair main character. The fact that he's trying to redeem himself by like, because like the stakes of the match was that like if the black haired characters, if they won, then like somebody else would join. They would get somebody else to join their team, and then if blonde hair folks team won, then he would join there. And so like the black haired dude's name, his name is Cooney. So Cooney was like, "All right, I'm going to," because like he was like, "Motherfucker, are you playing? You're not taking it serious. You're losing. You suck." Blah blah blah. He was like, "Bro, I'm trying to lose. I want you to join the team so we can play volleyball again." So I like that because he was a snake ass nigga in the last episode, and I didn't like him. So it was kind of cool to see that he's like, the fact that he like really genuinely feels bad for being a bitch ass nigga, and that he wants himself with blonde hair folks. So yeah, it looks like spring tournament once again is the goal. So I'm looking forward to seeing how, because there's some really cool dudes on that they kind of showcased on some of the other teams. Like I forgot, dude had like freckles and shit, and he had like blonde, kind of like blonde hair. Like dude, he's kind of cool. You got the tall hair, orange hair dude. So like yeah, it's looking like an interesting cast, and see what happens next. But so far, you know what I'm saying, this is a good filler for Haikyuu season 5.
So wait, has them niggas played volleyball yet?
Yeah, they've been playing volleyball.
Yeah.
Like they haven't played it. Well, no, they did play it. They played like official matches last episode. But that's middle school shit. They haven't.
I mean,
played
is it like Haikyuu, in which it's like high stakes, or is it just like they played more story?
It's
It
more
was the amount
story
they played
based.
more
This
story.
is more story based as of right now.
I feel
like,
it's going to get to high stakes because the way that they're building the foundation, that like, yeah, we want to go to the spring tournament. So like, I'm thinking that's what they're leading up to. Because I really don't see this going for like 2-3 seasons. I don't know. So I feel like this is gonna be like a quick, let's get to the spring tournament, they win, anime over type of situation.
Yeah, it could be. We'll see where it goes. Next, Skate Infinity. I really enjoyed this episode. So Langa, that's the silver hair dude, right? White hair dude, right? It's Langa.
Yeah, Langa and Reika is the red.
There we go. So, it's really funny because I think it's funny because I don't know who's the main character between the two.
I like what they're doing though.
It's a good dynamic though. Yeah.
It's more so like, because Reika is the obvious. He's the main, because that's how they introduced him. They introduced him, and then that's when Langa came in. But what they're doing is more so they're focusing on Langa as far as like this whole underground skating world. He's this rookie who joined. He's kicking ass. Whereas Reika is more so of like the teacher who's like teaching not only Langa but the viewers like the fundamentals of skating and shit like that. And he's also the mechanic side where he's building the boards that allow Langa to actually do what he needs to do. But we do see hints that like he can do this skate shit too, because what I got at the end of the episode is that he's gonna have like this face off with
pedophile
JoJo,
folks.
the JoJo character.
Pedophile
JoJo character.
Yeah,
Because
like
that nigga is a fucking creep.
The weirdo pedophile Orochimaru of skateboarding, pretty much. Like literally, that's what it was. But episode itself was really good. At first I'm glad they didn't drag it because I'm like, gee, I don't really care for this kid that much, who is some skate prodigy, so I'm supposed to care because because literally his homie said, "You're too good at skating. You got famous, and we not famous, so fuck you." So now he's edgy now and don't like skateboarding, but he does it because he's good. Type character, and plus, nigga thought he was Sonic Fox too, so that annoyed me too. Like he had a tail. Like, bro, the fuck is wrong with you? But the race between him and Longa was really good though. Like when my man's when it got to the finish line and Longa was I said I'm gonna use the rail. They were like, don't use the rail. And he said, and then he did it, and then he switched the board where the part where the rail was post technically broken. I was like, yo, this nigga cold as hell. This nigga cold as hell.
His board is cold.
That too,
because he would not have done that shit if it was a regular ass skateboard. That's why I like Reka, because like that nigga wouldn't have been shit if he didn't have that board.
Reka is setting my boy up. He's like, look, man, I know you used to snowboard. Let me make your life easy. And it's like it's funny just seeing how he's steadily improving skateboarding, but it's like, look, let me help you out because clearly some shit you just don't got yet. So like how he did his board was really dope. And also, it's like it's dope to see him steadily improve from being able to just actually be on the board instead of having to rely on plants and tape and shit. Like it's interesting to see that development as well. But I'm enjoying it. It's really freaking good.
Yep, same. Actually, I kind of like the kid character. From what they were kind of gave him his backstory, it's relatable. He's a kid. He's a kid who did something that he liked, he got good at it, and then his friends was like, yo, fuck you, you get more attention than that. So obviously that's gonna do something to you. And as far as his design, I don't know if he's going for a Sonic Fox look. They're clearly kind of trying to play like this cat motif shit with him. Which I mean, I don't really get. Everybody in that character dresses zesty as hell, so like him having a tail. But he's a cold ass skateboarder. That part where they like he saw like him do that thing off the tree, and then he was like, "Oh no, fuck that shit!" So he like flipped the freaking board, and then like he like had the edge and did that shit.
I was like, "Yo!"
I was like, "Yo, yeah, this little nigga cold as hell, bro." So the skate anime is definitely like I think because I don't know how popular this is, but I low key feel like this show is gonna get kind of slept on as far as like a lot of the other stuff that's out right now. But yeah, this is a good watch.
Yeah, it's a
I
very
think episode 4
watch.
is definitely gonna be good because they're gonna introduce the freaking pedophile niggas skating against Reka, so it'll be good.
And plus, I really want to see Reka in a serious skate because he hasn't really skated since the beginning of the first episode, and nigga had to nuclear bomb him just to beat him. So, then let's go ahead and hit Horiyama. Cam, I'll let you talk because I know you got like I think you were like 2-3 episodes behind.
Yeah. So I caught up. So I liked episode 2. Chris was trying to get into last week. It was essentially the student council was using Hori, and basically Moriyama was like, "What y'all doing?" Like basically because they tried to frame her that she didn't have these papers. He confronted them. Funny as hell, headbutted the shit out of Buddy and said, "Hey, get the here's your paper. Get the fuck out of here." And then like it was funny because at the aftermath of the situation, he got traumatized from the event, so now he respects him. I do like that though. Like this show, they have like I call them misleading serious moments because it's like you think they take something super serious, but like seconds after, they treat it kind of like a joke, which is like kind of really prevalent in this week's episode where it was it started off a little bit like kind of like giving some backstory between Moriyama, a little bit depressing. Basically, he was an outcast. His whole kind of school academic life, and Hori was like the person to like actually engage in conversation. She didn't think he was weird, and that's kind of like where he grew that sort of attachment to her, which is pretty cool to see. It's relatable why these two kind of have chemistry together from that angle. And then we fast forward to the fact that like the pink hair shorty from the last episode was like, "Oh yeah, I think he's cute, so I'm gonna take him." And Hori was like, "Bitch,"
Like she was like, "Hell no,
that's
no."
that's my man's. and she basically she leaves, and we get the whole high school like, oh, I'm developing feelings for him, but I don't know how to say it type of situation. Flash forward to them at the house, I believe, and like they're watching this like scary movies together. And it was a scene earlier where like they were comparing hand sizes and doing a little hand claps thing. And so she does it with the main character, and then she just says like, I love you. And I was like, whoa, we doing this now? Okay, I
Like,
see.
dang, you jumping the gun.
Of course she goes like, no, I mean, I love your hands. And then like they have a little talk, and then he basically says straight out the gate like, yeah, bitch, I love you. And then it kind of takes off from there. You find out that purple hair folks was a walking fucking L, though.
That dude is an L, and then took a bigger L.
Is he walking L? He basically overhears the fact that Hori basically has feelings for the main character, confronts the main character about it, tries to pull up on him, get his ass beat, which is fucking hilarious. But like the way they led up to it, because they didn't show the actual fight first, they were just like, oh, we had a fight. It made it seem like it was a serious, like, ah, damn, bro, like they not friends no more. But it literally was just a funny ass moment that they took out of context. So this is a really good romance show. I'm really liking it. I'm liking the dynamic between Hori and Moriyama. Their relationship, their chemistry is believable. Which is the main thing that I was looking for. Like, I don't want any like super popular boy and unpopular girl under bizarre circumstances meet up, even though that's the plot these are in the kids, and that's still my all-time favorite. But still, I didn't want that cliche to happen here. I'm liking it. So I think what the next episode is gonna be. Oh, they're gonna freaking talk about the Hori's feelings. I guess so. That's it for me.
Yeah, I genuinely enjoyed this week's episode. I like just how it feels like we're getting like 3 or 4 episodes in one sometimes, because it's like the scenarios just happen just like so suddenly sometimes. Cause I'd be like, oh, okay, it's for like a new episode. But yeah, like the dynamic between Hori and Moriyama is just really, it's super believable, because even then it's like mainly with the main character Moriyama, he knows he isn't good enough for her in a way. Like I could tell he still has self-doubts, insecurities.
Yeah.
And they talk about it. I like that they break it down, like especially in this week's episode, where it was just like it was believable. And even though even like at the end of the episode when the girl asked, why did you guys fight? He said, oh, because of Hori. It was like, don't tell her or don't tell nobody. It's like he don't want her to know certain stuff, because it comes off embarrassing as well. So like I like the dynamic of just like he's not going to be some lame nigga who just suddenly becomes the cool guy because he's with a cool popular chick. Like he's still being genuinely himself. He's still trying to find his insecurity. It's believable. It's really believable. So especially compared to like bottom tier character Tamazaki, where Buddy is legit a freaking gaming nerd who literally ain't shit in life, barely stands straight, and then when he like you just said, gets cool with the popular girl in school, and then it's like, I'm about to teach you how to be great for everybody else, but deep down they end up dating at the end of the episode. At the end of the series, so I'm positive that's what's going to happen with that. So I like this a lot. It's like I think I said last week episode, it stands out among the new stuff for the anime season. It stands out by a lot. So, and I think everybody agrees because it's consistently getting talked about as well. So that's Horiyama. Let's go ahead and move on to ReZero. I'll let you lead this game.
Oh, we got Jujutsu Kaisen first.
Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen first? All right, I'll put it on there twice. Okay. But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen. So I was happy because it was the fight between Itadori and Tadao, whatever his name
Ando,
is.
I think his name.
Tadao?
On that, whatever.
Hey,
freaking.
before y'all spoil it, was the fight busting?
Yes. Yes.
is a really
Don't
good
tell me the
fight.
victor, but go ahead.
No, they still
They're-
fighting.
they're still fighting.
They're still fighting.
This is like an arc. This is like a training. This is like kind of like a tuning exams type arc.
Oh, okay. If it was
Situation.
all right, cool. All right, I'll probably watch it after the pod or whenever UFC go off.
But yeah, just the introduction to the fight was really fire because when my man, when Tadao pulled up, he said, "Hey, man, I'm about to whoop all y'all ass," and they said, "No, Itadori's job is to fight you." And when like Itadori pulled up, he was like, he ate that shit, and it said like just
Fuck
that.
that nigga, bro.
The interaction was really funny because he ended up asking Itadori the question, "What type of woman do you rock with?"
That
G?
part of the episode to me was the best part because like they basically, I was not expecting them to have this whole ass imaginary flashback of what life would have been if they were in the same high school together.
Like my man's really sat there, was like, "Oh man, we're best friends, G."
So we
Just
best
off
friends,
the
bro.
fact that we like the same type of chicks, G. You like tall chicks with big asses, G. Like he was like, you my man's, G.
He cemented this episode. He's probably like, because Itadori's go be up there because main character bias.
Yeah,
He's definitely my top 3 characters. It's probably like Gojo, him, and then like Itadori for me. But like I like him a lot. I like the fact that he's just like he's clearly there to have fun. He wants to fight strong people. He heard about this Itadori nigga and he wants to fight him now. And like even when his classmates tried to interrupt the fight because of some other hidden, I'm not gonna spoil for their trail sake, but some hidden objective. He was like, no, fuck that. This nigga is mine. Y'all do whatever the fuck y'all want to, but I'm fighting him. So that's pretty cool. All in all, I think this arc is definitely going to be good, especially from what DC kind of told us like that this arc is. So I'm looking forward to it.
Damn.
Next episode looks like it's gonna be a bunch of fights. So yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is just knocking it out the park. So shout out to this episode.
Yeah, keep up the good work. And the animation for specifically the Itadori and Tadao fight was really good.
Really good.
Really good. So like they're in their bag, and Mappa, we know you can animate good fights.
Oh, they're amazing.
We know you can what you can do with the animation side of things. We'll talk about that later.
With your 2D shit, nigga.
So ReZero, can I let you talk ReZero, G?
All right, so I'm not gonna lie, like the first 3 minutes of this episode pissed me off. Just because like fucking Amelia saying some shit about to me, like Amelia had jack shit to say to Garth. Like she was like, "Oh, you doing?" I'm like, "Bitch, shut your goofy crying ass up, bro." Say shit to Garth. Subaru, or no, I'm sorry. Apologies for that. Simperu. Still, basically was like, "Yo, Gar, you not shit. Let's do some." I'll say this. What ReZero does a great job of is really establishing other characters. I really like Garth after this episode. I think his character development was really great. It was believable. It was understandable. The fact that like he has this complex feeling of like his mom leaving him, and the way he justified the reason why his mom left him. He justified it because it's like, yo, she doesn't love me. She hates me. And that's kind of like his stronghold, is like that's what's keeping him intact. Because he's like if he finds out the true reason why she left, it breaks him. And they find out about the fact that she was looking for his father. She met an unfortunate accident on her way. She died as a result, and Garfield couldn't handle it. Didn't want to accept that truth. So that's the reason why he carries himself like that. I like that. Also, his interactions with Ram this episode was great. I don't know if they're trying to imply that Ram is starting to develop feelings for him or something, or like
I think they established that they have a relationship. It's just Ram is just actually showing in her way.
Yeah, like And I don't think they established they have a relationship. He's in love with Ram, and she knows that he likes her. I guess she's now opening herself up to him and to the idea of. I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I'm not trying to get into that ship and shit. But that's kind of what I've gathered from their little interactions. The stuff between Subaru and Amelia.
Subaru and Amelia.
I don't like. Simperu basically, I guess she now has feelings for him because she's like, "Hey, listen, I passed these trials. Let's talk about the fact that we." Um, and it's kind of funny. Like, I like the way this episode ended, bro. Like, it looks like there's going to be a climactic, kind of showdown between someone who has to partake upon a great trial. She's a witch, right? So she has to do this trial, and she's destined to have this confrontation with this other witch, and it's like they both kind of have these wavelengths. So it's really great to see a great character interaction, a great character moment, or which agreed. Because I'm not talking about fucking Amelia. It's good to see Best Girl is here. Fucking, I freaking like the Witch agreed. And fuck Amelia. I already know it's gonna be some bullshit with Amelia next, so I'm already readying myself up for this. But like at this point, I was like, I'm liking what you're doing with Amelia, but now at this point, I don't care about her character. She's just there. Simperu is there as well. That nigga really. You take Amelia, like it's like he's such a great character when Amelia's not on the screen. Like when he's focused on actually getting shit done, I'm like, yes, bro, let's go. Simple, you're that nigga. Let's go. But as soon as Amelia's on the screen, like he just turns into like a walking
L.
fucking L, dog, and I don't like to see him like that. So it's an unfortunate situation, but I'm still looking forward to ReZero because, like I said, when the two anchor characters suck, the supporting characters really hold the show up as far as like making me invest in the characters in the world of it. And please let us leave this fucking forest within like the next 2-3 episodes because I'm getting so sick and tired of this sanctuary shit. G, it's overplayed at this point.
Yeah, I co-sign. I'm hoping that this shit's over with soon because I'd rather see the mansion right now. And,
Yes.
I'm at that point. But the Garth stuff was really good. He's a mama's boy. Like I had a feeling he was a mama's boy, so I don't have a problem with it. So like, hey, and that's really good in-depth character writing. Like I don't know who the hell the light novelist is for this because this is based off of the light novel, but that person knows how to write supporting characters really good. Because at first, like turning Garth into this hard ass and then showing that he is a softie and stuff, and then even just you made it believable instead of just making it seem like he got talked into talked and beat into actually being a good person and siding with Subaru. So I like what they did with that in terms of like writing and leading up to it. And also shout out to Subaru learning a new attack because technically Garth should have freaking ripped his arms off out of socket.
Saying, bro, you should have beat the fuck out of him.
Like he got lucky, and then he got lucky again that Otto and the dinosaur thing pulled up. Now with the Amelia shit, it was cool to see a Echidna. That's it. The Witch agreed, best character. Yeah. Like I'm cool, and I like how she read her like a black woman, like how a black woman would tell you how you ain't shit. That's how Witch agreed read her. It was like you ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. Your mama ain't shit. I'm just letting you know, hurry up and do this test because you still ain't gonna be shit. I likes that. I respect that energy. But yeah, so that's ReZero. And before we get into news and shit, you guys can talk about WandaVision.
Yeah, so episode 3 of WandaVision. I don't know if this was the case for you, DC, but I actually really enjoyed this episode. They set up some really good shit in this episode. I'd say that the they kind of still have this sitcom. It seems like they're going through the errors of television, and it's subtle as hell too. Like it wasn't really subtle when they went from black and white to in color, but like when they kind of did the transition from like widening the TV screen at like the end of the episode to indicate that they're going into like a new
Yeah.
realm of television. That shit was pretty dope. Like I like kind of seeing like it's a really this show is doing a great job of building things up subtly. It's not in your fucking face, but it doesn't require you to do like some deep analytical thinking. It's just kind of like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. So basically, a general synopsis of this episode is we saw at the end episode 2 that Wanda got pregnant for some reason, and in this
Yeah.
episode, even like I'm glad they established the fact because like Vision was like, how the fuck did you get? How'd you get pregnant this fast? And like the baby's having like an accelerated pregnancy. So basically, they're scrambling to basically kind of help her get her pregnancy done, birthing done. So we get
Yeah.
this black woman. Her name is like what is it? Glenn?
Glenavere? No, what was her name?
Like
I forgot.
Glenn is Glenn. I'm gonna say Glenn for short. Glenn.
Oh,
basically
Geraldine. Her name is Geraldine.
Geraldine. There you go. Geraldine comes in. She's like, I need to borrow a pot. Blah blah blah. You know, sitcom shit where like Wanda's trying to hide the fact that she's pregnant because obviously like she just got pregnant like a day ago. So like she's trying to hide the fact she's pregnant. Oh, like she's changing her clothes. She's trying to hide the fact she's heavily breathing. I found that kind of funny. I like it. It's sitcom shit, like early 90s, 2000s television style of like you're in these really weird situations where you're trying to hide shit from your neighbors. And she finds out eventually that, you know, Wanda's pregnant and like she's about to have the kids. And then in the middle of it, you see that like her being pregnant, like she's fucking turning electricity off, like water's coming down, like shit is getting fucked up in the world because of she's pregnant or she's giving birth and she's a superpower hero. So after that, the babies are born, and then this is when we get to the good shit. After the so they end up having twins, and basically what happens is that Vision goes outside, so Wanda is left with Geraldine. Vision sees that his two neighbors, the black dude and the other white neighbor, like it's like
Agnes.
Agnes, yes.
Yeah.
They're talking, and he walks up to them and he notices that they're like kind of being secretive. So he walks up to them and he's like, hey guys, you know, what's going on, blah blah blah. And basically they're like, yeah, that Geraldine chick that just moved in, she's real shady, you know. She doesn't have a single, she doesn't have a husband, she doesn't have any kids, blah blah blah. And they're like, the tone of the show shifts at this point. And you see that like Vision's kind of confused, like, yeah, okay, who cares? Like, what does that matter? And the black dude is saying like, oh, well, yeah, it's weird because we're all, even before then, this was a good part too. The doctor that was supposed to help Wanda give birth to the baby was originally supposed to go on vacation. But Vision rushes him in to kind of deliver the baby. He goes like, oh, hey doc, I'm sorry, you know, hopefully you catch your vacation. And he says like, oh, it looks like we won't be able to go on vacation. He's like, 'cause we're not allowed to leave. Something to that effect.
He said we can't go on our getaway. It's really no one can escape. He used the word
no one can escape this town. And Vision's like, huh? And then he just leaves. So now you have this conversation outside taking place between the black dude, Agnes, and Vision. And they're like, yeah, we're all here because and then Agnes like, yo, shut up, don't say anything. And he's like, yeah, but he was about to say something like, we're all here because he's not able to get that out. Agnes leaves. Vision's like, hey, what were you trying to say? He was like, have a good day, Vision. And while inside in the house, Wanda ends up having twins. So she says that she brings up the fact that she had a twin. And like that he died. And Geraldine she turns to her and goes like, oh yeah, he was killed by Ultron, wasn't he? So then, Wanda goes like, what'd you say? Because like she's not supposed to know this shit. And
Yeah.
then she's trying to play the fact that like she didn't say anything, and Wanda notices that she has this sword pendant on her, and she's like, "Who are you?" And then it cuts basically to the conversation I talked about earlier with Vision, Agnes, and the black dude. Vision comes inside and he goes like, "Where's Geraldine?" And this creepy, this is like I don't know if it's just me, but it's like I don't know if this story is trying to paint Wanda to be the villain or something, but like it cuts to this creepy.
Yeah.
It cuts to the thing where she's just like, oh, she left. She went out earlier, and
That's
it
some
cuts to
crazy
basically
white bitch vibes.
she like it cuts to the real world, so to speak, where like there's this weird barrier, and Geraldine gets like plopped out the freaking barrier, and she's just laying there, and a bunch of people like military people and cars surround her and shit. And it I think that like I would say that what should have happened is they should have released this episode alongside the first two episodes. I think if they did that, the show would have gotten a lot more of a positive reception, because this episode was clearly the shit is starting to build up. Because even prior to that, I forgot to mention there was one encounter when Wanda is pregnant and she's sitting on the couch, and Vision goes, he's like, yeah, something weird happened outside, and he sits down next to Wanda and he goes like, Wanda, there's something's not right. And then like it's like a weird cut where like it just immediately cuts back to like he's standing in the couch and Wanda's on the she's on the couch pregnant, and he changes what he said so that like he's not aware of what's weird going on. So it's like they're really painting this weird picture of like making Wanda the villain of the show, and this is her reality, and if you don't conform to her reality, she's either gonna change it to suit her needs, or you're getting the fuck out of her reality, like what she did to Geraldine. And shit is getting really fucking interesting. Like I'm at the point where I'm hooked, because like after the twins were born and she had that conversation about like her brother dying in Ultron, I was like, what's going on? And then the conversation that Vision had with Agnes and the black dude, really good stuff that they're building up as far as like what's going on with this reality, like what is Thor's objective, why is Wanda kind of trying to portray a reality like this. Really interesting. So you can go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. I think this episode should have aired alongside. They should have combined the black and white into one and aired this next to that. Because I love this episode. Same thing, same reasons why Cam loved it. I loved it. Just things moved at a better pace. They gave you more hints towards things. I've like just a little quick nod. I read a little bit of the comics when it comes to like Vision, but they're really playing up his super speed. I noticed, like throughout anytime there's like a little like she nudges and knocks stuff over, or he just is moving around. They're really emphasizing his speed, which is hinting towards the children's powers. When she gives birth and they were talking about the names Billy and Tommy, that confirms that they're using the Young Avengers versions of those characters. And so the whole Mephisto situation is more than likely what's going to happen is Mephisto has to be, either he has to be or he plays a role in it somehow. I don't know how they're going to do it because Agnes is there and she's Agatha Harkness. I don't know how they're going to tie that in, but I'm excited for it. What do you say, Detro?
So
I know you.
Shout out to Rob. You know our nigga Rob from
Comic Story. Yep.
I watched a video of him explaining about WandaVision and talking about it. It is beautiful. Two things, right? It's beautiful how him read a bunch of comics. He could watch one thing and realize these are 3 comic books put together in one, just because of his knowledge of a comic book. that shit crazy, right?
Yeah,
But
I remember all
also,
of that.
that's on the same token as that. I love how the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I should say, will know that they can't use all the properties of everything. They can now, but back then they couldn't use all the properties of everything. Probably when this stuff was getting storyboarded and all that type of stuff. They knew they couldn't use it, so they used what they got and put a whole bunch of shit together. Now, I'm not saying DC wrong. I don't think Mephisto's coming in this. I just don't. I don't think it adds to that part yet, because I think if Mephisto is coming to anything, if you want to put Mephisto in any freaking thing, it's a movie.
On the Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
Doctor Strange.
Okay.
it's a movie. Now it's this. I forget the name, but it's this group. So other than Sword, it's this other group, and that's the beekeeper person. And I forget the name.
I mean, not Hyde. AIM.
I think so. Yeah,
The yellow suit dudes with MODOK.
something like that. Yeah, but they kind of like beekeepers, and that's why they was there. But in my knowledge of what and when people was brainstorming, because they doing a good job of keeping this whole thing a freaking mystery. Usually, when you look at a Marvel show, you could be like, "That's that. This is the story they're supposed to tell." Because they got a lot of House of X up in it. They got a lot of.
Ooh, I didn't even think of that.
A lot of. It's another Wanda comic book that they talked about too, and it also have a Phoenix storyline in it too. This is all Rob, so I can't,
Yeah, because like the Wanda being a villain too, like that creepy ass angle.
So it's so cool that, and it's already confirmed that Cam, you're right. She is the villain, bro. She is creating this construct of what's going on, and she is. But it's more, and you already know how they're gonna deal with it at the end to make her truly not a villain. She's dealing with trauma, and how she deal with trauma is deferring away from reality and creating her own.
This isn't how it should happen. This is how it should happen.
Because you could tell, and remember when we was like, and I think my question got answered on the last episode, and we was like, why she just not using her powers to do all this stuff, right? It's because it happens in the show a lot too. When she loses her train of thought, other things go back to normal. And the only how things are not normal is when she actually think, like, it's hard to say it because her kids, right? In the comics, if Wanda ever loses like her train of thought or something goes wrong, her kids disappear because they're not real kids. They're all her thoughts. So her kids disappear.
That's wild.
And that's the same thing that's probably going to happen in this show. When she's not focused, stuff is going to mess up.
Yeah.
When that thing was hitting the window, and she started seeing color and all that type of shit, and why is this stuff looking weird? Because she's not being focused, and her reality that she's setting for herself is deteriorating when she's not focused. That's why she saw the AIM person. That's why she saw this, and that's why in the second episode she was able to reverse time, because she was like, all this stuff that's happening, I didn't think this. Let me make it to something I did think. So, shout out to WandaVision though.
She did the same thing in this episode too. So yeah, I would now with episode 3, like kind of because we have the whole like the anime episode 3 episode thing. If it sucks, you drop it type of thing. I would say now that we've gotten this episode, if you're not watching it, because you kind of got spoiled on some things, but I would still say to watch WandaVision now. Like, I think at this point, this is a show that like it's not like punching shit. Yeah, fucking Avengers, let's go. Like, this is psychological, kind of psychological thriller. Setting things up because MCU has to tie into everything. But like, it's doing a great job of telling a completely different way of establishing like Marvel properties without the big budget theater shit. And this is a great like way to kind of like, because now this is making me kind of excited for shit like Falcon and Winter Soldier and like their other TV shows. Because to me, they're nailing it with WandaVision. What they're trying to tell, what they're trying to portray with the story and the characters and the plot line that they're going. I think that they've proven that they can translate theatrics MCU into television series.
Hey, bro, Mickey Mouse is Thanos, Joe. Whatever he wants, he can bring it to reality. Another reason Another reason why this is so good, because it's not fucking streamlined, yo. And like how you were saying, it's its own entity, but it's not something that we sit here, all right, let's watch how WandaVision tie in. We waiting for. It's not like it ain't like every other Marvel cinematic thing that we watch. It's different. So if things go like that, it wouldn't be so much superhero fucking fatigue I got. If it goes like that, but we know it's not. So,
and like it's gonna get streamlined eventually, but it's not as shoved down your throat. I get what you mean though. But let's go ahead and move on to news. So first, or Gairu, my romantic teen comedy is getting a OVA. So DC, something for us to get excited about. I think it actually closes everything out. So something to look out for that. And then
pink hair chick crying that she didn't get chosen.
I hope not.
He might try to.
Go say. What you
You remember, Chris? You remember when the vice president chick? She was like, "Just because he has a girlfriend doesn't mean you can't stop liking him."
Oh yeah, she did say that. Oh shit.
Shenanigans may be happening.
That's prime. Like that's like a simp model.
That's how women dirty Mac though. That is how women dirty Mac, G. That is exactly how women dirty Mac. So like, we're just gonna see it in Japanese style. So yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Then what we got? Oh, Demon Slayer, the movie is finally coming to the States.
That's my many years? Because these niggas talking about coming to theaters. Nigga, we in the middle of a pandemic.
Drop the shit on the bro. You made so much fucking money. And you drop that shit on
the it's the top grossing movie in Japan history.
You made bucko monies, G. Just drop this shit on the Funimation streaming service and call it a day. Like niggas ain't trying to go. I'm not trying to risk COVID to watch some nigga gain sympathy for a demon.
Okay, funny thing is, you talk about not trying to risk COVID. I'm not trying to go to buttfuck Illinois to watch a fucking movie. Right. Because that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be in select theaters in fucking Corn Ridge, whatever fucking Illinois city it is.
Yeah, it's gonna be where you from, boy territory.
Yes.
I'm like, wait, for one, why is it even here? You don't even know what this is. That's what I would be like. Look, man, he gonna say you can't even watch that.
That's
Jap
what happened
shit.
with all anime movies, though, other than fucking Super and shit. And
well, Super was a different breed.
When that last movie came out, bro, you couldn't fan
that shit was in Idaho.
That's wild.
That shit.
That's the wild part. It's like, gee, like, but yeah. So, and then the funny thing is, the AMC said, "Hey, we're opening up more of our movie theaters after this announcement came out." But
because them niggas
and Biden go shut that shit right back down, bro.
Hey, man, let the numbers go back up because you niggas want to see movies. G, ain't nothing to see in the theaters either. By the way, so it's like AMC is like, y'all ain't starving that bad. Ain't nothing to go see.
Just do if you that desperate to get some money, do a Disney Plus situation. You got to pay for the fucking Funimation streaming service, and you got to pay a $15 fee to see the demon.
Exactly. Like, and even then, even Funimation could do what they do almost most movies that they put on there before they decide to keep it on there permanently. Like Bunny Girl Senpai, that movie. That was on Funimation for like a week. And then they say if you got a week to watch it, then we take it off. You could do that. I think Super was on Funimation for like a weekend. They took it off. One of the One Piece movies was done the same way. You could easily do that and hype it up.
But don't anime DVD sales still do really fucking good?
Yep.
Like that's not a situation in which people love buying fucking DVD sets of shit like this, of like comics and manga and shit like that. So why the fuck they just not gonna release it on DVD? Do that shit. Release it in 8K. Like going to a movie to watch something that's probably gonna be fucking 48 minutes and I'm probably gonna have a goddamn deadly ass cough afterwards is not fucking worth it, bro. Not.
Yeah, Muzz was tweaking hard. Really hard. So that's all I can really say in regards to that. Niggas, Look, man, they just trying to get that bag. But it'd be funny as hell if this did become the highest grossing movie in the United States. I highly doubt it. I don't think it's gonna be that
Which leads
big.
to another fucking wave of COVID because niggas going out into theaters.
Demon
spreading this
Slayer
shit.
caused a world outbreak of COVID would be one of the most nastiest things of all time, G. The nastiest thing.
It would be fitting.
Very. Next, Mappa is mad because niggas said, yo, that animation was dookie.
Well, there's more to it than that. It's like, all right, so like, 'cause I don't want to get too into this because it's like, to me, at this point, it's just internet culture. Anime fans are weird. Like, you know, you got the niggas who are sending like death threats and shit like that, weirdos. At this point, like, I need people to realize that like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, these ain't your fucking friends, G. It's not a safe place. Not a safe place at all. You do one wrong thing and niggas is gonna be on your ass. You go get death threats. People just, that's how they react. It's your job as a content creator or whatever to look at that shit and move on, bro. There ain't nothing you can't. I can sit up here and go like, yeah, don't do death threat. Niggas ain't go care, bro. They in their feelings and they go do goofy shit. So stop I would say this. Stop overexposing yourself, like doom scrolling and shit, right? Like when Trump was in president and niggas was constantly going on Twitter and going like, oh my god, this nigga tweeted this and tweeted that and tweeted that, and it messes up your fucking mentals. Stop looking for that shit. Stop going out there and going like, oh my god, I can't believe this fucking dude living in his mom's basement said he's gonna kill me and my family. Ignore that shit and move on, bro. That's gonna happen, especially with something as popular as Attack on Titan. If one small thing goes wrong, niggas is go overreact. That's just the internet. It sucks, but the internet ain't your friend. This ain't no safe place. This ain't no let's hold hands and sing kumbaya, peace to the world, and all this other shit. Shit ain't gonna happen. So, yo, you reacting to that shit like you feeding them. You're feeding the trolls. You giving them more ammunition. Oh, you just acknowledged it? At first, I thought it was a joke that I sent you this death threat, but now that you acknowledge that you read it, yeah, fuck you, and I'm gonna kill your whole family. Like, stop doing that shit, bro. You making yourselves a known target. It's like cybersecurity, right? Where when people poke you in those emails and go like, hey, bro, click on this link for a free iPhone. Do it, blah blah blah, and like you actually click on that link and you click on the link and you get your information stolen. And now you like, oh my god, I hate cyber criminals, blah blah blah. Nigga, you exposed yourself to that shit, you dumbass. Like, come on, G.
Funny
Like,
thing, I got an email from UPS. It was like, UPS, you are preferred delivery. We're gonna send you something.
yeah, I got that in my spam box too, bro. Like, you.
If you think somebody gonna open this shit, if you open some, it wasn't even a UPS fucking logo. It was just a logo of a nigga with his thumb over the camera, bro.
Bro, my shit said U :P, S, dog. Like, come on, G. Like, but like, yes, are these anime fans creeps? Blah blah blah. Yes, and that shit. Like, stop doing that shit. Like, it's not that serious. However, you overreacting to the fact that you have critiques. Like, genuinely, my critique of the episode is that CGI was ass. It fucking sucked. I'm not gonna send death threats to you or nothing, but I'm gonna tell it like it is. That fight, that Warhammer fight, and that Aaron fight was complete and utter trash, and I didn't like it. The CGI ruined it. We know that you are great animators, but to think that I'm about to kiss your ass just because it's Attack on Titan and give you a pass because it's Attack on Titan, no, you get the smoke. So it's goofiness on both sides. The people sending death threats, stop doing that shit. You're fucking weirdos. But the people on the animation side, yeah, I know this is your job, this is your passion, but if you fuck up, you fuck up. You put yourself out there, you gotta be afraid to take those punches and stop feeding the trolls.
Yep.
Stop searching for this shit, bro. Know that you are animating a popular fucking TV series, a popular freaking manga series. People love this show. They overhype it to hell. So if you do something wrong, especially considering the fact that this is the final season, and this was transferred to you, where people already have an established connection and relationship from that previous studio that animated Attack on Titans. Yeah, if you fuck up, people are gonna overreact. So that's all I gotta say. Like the shit, I was looking at the message, going like, "Oh, I can't believe you." Like, goofy ass up, bro. Come on now, like, stop thinking yourself so high, G. You fucked up.
Yeah, like they took an L, and like for me, like my main problem was the CGI. Other than that, like I feel like most of the animation was pretty decent.
Yeah.
So, but even then, like the people that did like it, like the author of Vinland Saga said, "Hey, that was great. He enjoyed it." So focus. Sometimes you just got to focus on the praise. Literally, like if the nigga who do Vinland Saga, who I believe is one of the greatest writers ever, I haven't even read the Farm Simulator arc yet. Hey, you did something right then. If one of your peers is respecting you, G, it's like how NBA players are saying, "Yo, fuck what Shaq and Charles Barkley got to say." Be that way. Right. Oh, that's a nice little preview.
You don't see LeBron coming out with a comment going like, "I can't believe these guys did said all this shit about me. Why they always say
exactly?" No, if LeBron reacted to Skip Bayless will be able to run for president. If LeBron reacted to Skip Bayless as often as he should, let's put it that way. So just be better and be cool. And plus, you did a good job with a very hype moment for Jujutsu Kaisen this past week. So like I said, maybe this week's episode of CGI be a little more crisper. Who knows? I don't know. But chill, man. Be that way sometimes. So let's go ahead and get into the gaming side of things. I didn't put it on the list, but for the Resident Evil fans, you niggas are horny. But
but like I can understand, like Capcom know what they doing, G. They knew what they
know doing. What they doing, G. Because look, so let me break it down. So Resident Evil Village /8, whatever the hell you want to call it, they finally did the reveal. Actually comes out in a few months, so shout out to that, which is interesting. So here's how buggy this motherfucker about to be. They finally did a gameplay reveal, story reveal of Resident Evil 8. Fans are pretty hyped. Niggas happy to see 8-foot tall vampire chick with big titties.
Big ass.
And
Amazonian titties.
Literally, so who will pretty much kill you and stab you and chase you around. Now, I not the biggest fan of first person Resident Evil. That's not my vibe. Give me third person so I can run around and see what the hell's going on. Because that first person shit, nah, I'm good seeing certain shit up close. That's why I didn't play 7. Even though Chaz encourages me to play 7. I don't want to see Hillbilly Jim all up in my screen, G.
It's a family, son.
Exactly. Like, I'm good on Hillbilly Jim, Billy Bob, and his ugly ass wife and grandma, Meemaw, chasing me around. I'm Gucci. Not in 4K and not on Ultra 4K. I'm straight. Chaz is gonna buy this game regardless, but hey, I will play 8 because literally them bitches don't intimidate me. I don't feel like I'm having nightmares. I'm straight.
Shout out to Rule 34. That shit finna be crazy.
Oh yeah, Cam, they already wilding. I already saw some shit.
Oh, okay. To be expected. I'm finna go look that up after this podcast.
Like, I went to the Resident Evil Reddit. The amount of drawings of Shorty is ridiculous. The memes, crazy. I watched the dude.
Choking memes are hilarious.
Gee, them choking memes are hilarious. I can't cap. They are really hilarious. I watched the dude do a playthrough of the demo because I can't play the demo at the moment, and nigga literally kept saying, "Oh man, where this bitch at, man?" Like, G. I was like, bro, what's wrong with you niggas, G? Also, I find it funny how they did the demo because the demo isn't necessarily a part of the game. It's just you explore the house that you're pretty much gonna spend a good bulk of the time.
It's a tech demo basically.
Yeah, it's a tech demo showing you how the game. By the way, it looks really freaking good. But it pretty much give you an idea like, hey, here's the villains. So you actually see them, get to know them. They get to kill you, beat you around. And here's the house. Get a feel for everything. So it is like one big exploration tech demo, like PT was. PT was ahead of its time when it came to these type of demos, so I gotta give him that type of credit. But yeah, so I know the fan base is horny, but I need you niggas to chill a little bit, cause some of y'all acting like y'all never had pussy before. It's getting there.
That's probably because they haven't.
Exactly. So love yourselves. Love yourselves in 2021.
They all go love themselves by watching them World 34 videos.
They will. So moving on, I know at this point we talk about Cyberpunk every goddamn week, but Cyberpunk 2077.
We need them views. Let's go, baby.
Cyberpunk 2077 finally got its first major update. It has gotten updates previously, but this is the first major update.
This is the apology video, first big update.
Bro, they literally made a video and everything saying, "Hey man, the first major update is coming up." Like, G, that's how low this ship has sunk, G. That's really sad.
So did it because I mean I saw when I was watching my weeklies that like it updated for me, but like I'm not gonna play that shit. So like what did they say?
Shit.
Nothing really.
Shit. Please, shit. Like, it's another 17 gigabytes to a game that wasn't finished.
17 gigabytes.
17. Delete the shit off the system, Cam. I did. Do yourself a favor. There you go, brother.
Yo,
it's another 17 gigabytes to a game that's not finished. I was having a semi-argument with other Cam on there because I was telling him, like, for niggas who didn't touch the game, it would be a No Man's Sky type renaissance for them people. At this point, please, for Chris too, fuck CD Projekt Red. There will be another update. There will be another one. There will be probably a 350 gigabyte update for when they update the fucking PS5 one, bro.
Yuck. And God forbid that the multiplayer ever drop.
I pray every day that don't happen. Over, man. Please, Lord, end this. I don't ask for a lot. I was just talking to Pastor Eric. He was like, "Hey, you want me to pray for anything?" I was like, "Pastor, I don't ask for a lot. So, you know, just pray for strength." God, I rescind that. End this. End this. Please.
I might name the episode God in Cyberpunk, G. G. Oh, man. G. But yeah, it's the update pretty much. This is the effed up part because I read this like an hour before we started. Supposedly it has a game ruining bug.
Right. I can't see it, but like you see the samurai dude, right?
Yep.
So like
you see it. That's if you play PS5 or PlayStation, that's dude.
Trust me, you see the little screen menu right there. Hold on, right there, delete. That shit gone. Live uninstall.
We got the live uninstall. Let's get it. Let's get it.
On my TBH status, bro. Fuck that game, bro. 17 gigabytes for what? On my Chisel the Adonis for what, son? For what? The fuck? You updating this game, bro? Like it's too late. Like, oh, now the bug's fixed. I can play this. I don't want to play this fucking story again. I'm done. It's over. Whatever, dude. Fucking. It's 17 gigabytes.
But it's a game ruining bug. So you remember Japanese folks? What's the dude's name?
Takamura,
yeah. So the first mission, I haven't even did this mission yet. Where you're supposed to meet him at night, and he's supposed to at a certain location. But he's gonna call you, or something like that.
He calls you to meet with Oda, basically. Yeah, I know that mission.
So he doesn't call.
In this update?
The update calls it where he does not call.
Did the person skip time?
Yes, they said they tried to fast
Also-
forward time and everything.
Also, sometimes the missions, like say for instance, if your ass is under level, sometimes they don't call too. That's why they tell you to go do other fucking things.
It could be that, but some people
Was this
saying
is this one person or just is happening?
it's
across
been a few people. Like it's been constantly reported, but it could be what Daytra said. They probably didn't fast forward time, but some people said they fast forwarded time. Some spies said they did a week and then it pop up. So
That actually happened to me. The last mission I had to personally do was a mission where I had to talk to the gay nigga Cam. I had to talk to him. He had to call me or something. And I fast forward time. He never called. But I did like one other mission, and then right after that, he called me. So sometimes it's just literally going to do something. I ain't defending this shit. I just thought like at this point, it's like, bro, and it happens with every other fucking game that has a horrible release. Like, bro, they continue to beat a dead horse. I'm tired of talking about this shit, bro. It's every time. It is a personal thing for me, right? It's not on y'all. It's not on anybody. When I go on fucking YouTube, bro, all I want to watch is go to sleep and watch a completionist video of a game he completed, and I watched it like 6 times already, right? I go to sleep to that shit. Every time I go to my suggestions, it's some ugly white fucking dude, like fucking like this, with a samurai dude in the back, bro. I'm tired of it, bro. And it's not exactly. It's oh my god, what happened? Like, it's not like, oh, this is videos from 3 weeks ago because you watched it. No, I haven't watched one Cyberpunk review. We do reviews now. Why the fuck I gotta watch somebody else do it? These are things that 2 days ago, even Black Hokage doing this shit, bro. He even came out with a new Cyberpunk and disappointed video. Like, it's so bad, bro. Now look, get your money. It's still views. But let's move on to something else. Please. There's other games that are ass. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is getting away with murder. It's getting away with murder. And nobody talking about it. But we talking about buggy ass Cyberpunk. It's dead.
17 gigabytes, G. Like it's just how
they losing billions of dollars, bro. Y'all won.
That shit crazy. Bro.
Hey man, they staying in the news.
But
man.
with the 17 gigabytes, how much they made? That made this game over 100, right? It got to be almost.
Yeah, it was already over 100.
Yeah, so it got to be pushing like 2, right? Because the day one, I think the day one like 50 and 60 made it get to like over 100, and then like it was like a 30 or a 20 gigabyte update. Then it was like a 15 gigabyte update. Now it's a 17. Yeah, this shit almost got to be a 200 gigabyte. That shit Red Dead Redemption levels, bro. That's scary. And it's not over.
With the freaking 660 something gigabyte PS5 base storage capacity, fuck out of here, bro. Get that goofy. If you beat the game, get that goofy ass game off your system, dude.
That's the moral of the story. You beat it, you done. You're done. Just delete it. You completed the uncompletable.
So, moving on. So last thing we're gonna talk about. Microsoft tried to finesse niggas, G. Microsoft
do this.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead, G.
So,
I'll let you cook.
I didn't want to put this because I knew what was gonna happen. So I didn't want him. I was there because I woke up early in the morning when this shit. They tried to be so fucking slick, bro. You can't out slick niggas who spend their whole life playing your shit, bro. They tried to be so under the rug. There was like they came out with a little shebang like, "Oh, we upping the prices on this stuff." Ooh. And people, so they did it in such a slick way. Was they didn't change the number, but they changed how far it goes. So $60 was for 6 months or whatever. And they thought they were so fucking slick, bro. And because now people calling Microsoft pro-consumer, like fuck that, all right? Because I didn't even know this at first. I didn't even know you couldn't play fucking Fortnite without.
Yeah, that was one of the catches.
Yeah, it's the same thing with like PlayStation Plus. You gotta have a PlayStation Plus subscription. You gotta have Xbox Live subscription to play online.
So where they was leading to is, of course, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get the Game Pass numbers up. Is what it is. But the bogus thing about that, right, is the only reason they changed this shit is not because they was pro-consumer, G. Not because of that. Don't think that. It's because they number one competitor was trending along with them, bro. Only reason.
Yep.
They number one. If you go on Twitter is at the point where they tell you the reason why this shit is trending. PlayStation was up there trending right under Microsoft saying Xbox users are saying they're going to switch to Sony because of Microsoft's actions.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft saw that shit. It was like, all right, abort mission. And so with this, I hope Microsoft is listening to this. Like somebody, even you, if you are a lower tier thrall, you listen. Every major gamer understands that Xbox Game Pass is one of the best things smoking in gaming history. We all understand it, right? But gaming is not that. Somebody like me and Cam will get our money's worth with Xbox Game Pass. We put hours into shit. We get bored, we go to the next one. At work, we plan our game. We do this shit. But we are a minority set of gamers. Me and Cammy. We are not there. I mean, most people are not like us. Me, I complete a game, I'm on to the next. Boom, boom. Went to the point that we got hundreds and hundreds of games on our system. And it's not like we are at that tier that can play JRPGs. If you think you complete a JRPG in under 40 hours, you ain't play that game for real. Hundreds of hours in his game. I play almost every modern day Western RPG that comes out. Completed almost 100% that shit if I have the time, right? Still a minority of these niggas, bro. The majority of gamers get on their system and they play one of three games.
Oh God.
Fortnite, Call of Duty, 2K or Madden. And you get people who bad at newer age games. You get people who bad at, that's true. But the majority of motherfuckers who get on this, the little Timmies, the audible shit that we talk about, that's what they do. You got people who still know like Battlefield fucking 1. That's it. I use this analogy. It's like when you go to McDonald's. And you like, hey, I want a Big Mac. And they tell you, yo, all right, you want a Big Mac? We got the 2 for the $5 Big Macs. Take that. No, I just want a Big Mac. Take the 2 for the $5 Big Mac. It's more bang for your buck. No, I just want a Big Mac. They don't give a fuck.
They just want a Big Mac.
I just want a Big Mac. No, but you need this is the best thing. You can have this for no, I just want a Big Mac. Let these niggas have their Big Mac. I don't think that this Game Pass shit is a failure, because it's not. That is Game Pass consumer friendly? Fucking yes. If you're like me, if you're like fucking Cam, if you in this gaming shit deep, bro, of course. On to the next type shit. If you strapped for fucking cash, boom, Game Pass, beautiful.
100th the game you can play.
But if you're like I even go cap, if you're like a Chris, a fucking DC, when you barely get online to finish the first game that you got and you've been on that game for like 6 months, nah, bro. What they want to do is get what the same thing that Disney and them do with these subscription-based services. It's like, I would tell my mama, Disney Plus is not for you. Why? Because you will watch one thing on Disney Plus, and after you finish that one thing, you will just be paying for a service that you never use. Don't force the people who stay with you to do that shit. That's horrible. Even if this is such of a great service, which it is the best thing smoking in gaming. And there's rumors that Ubisoft is going to give the Game Pass all their games too.
Yeah.
That is amazing. But if I just want to play Fortnite So let me pay back my Xbox Gold for my $60 for this year just to fucking play Fortnite. Let them fucking do the shit, bro. Let them do it. They don't want it. That's all they want to do. So yeah, that's my little tangent. I apologize. I know everybody else got something to say. Let's have it. That irked me last night. Like irked the fuck out of me. Cause it's like, and then people was like, don't shield for $1 billion fucking company.
Pro-consumer.
You gain
Niggas don't
shit
care
from
about you, G. They don't care.
They're not going to see you the Xbox Game Pass at your crib with the new Extendo blowjob machine. It ain't happening.
Bro.
I'm done though. Y'all go ahead and tell y'all.
Yes,
that's my plan of the week, by the way. So I ain't gotta talk about
Stop freaking defending these multi-billion-dollar companies like they paying your bills, my nigga. You paying their bills. But like nigga, like Sony, like I like PlayStation and shit, but like nigga, I'm not like defending Sony when they do goofy shit because what's the point?
Shit.
Them niggas ain't paying, didn't pay for my fucking college debt and my student loan shit. Like, stop it. They ain't your parents. Like, come on now. And so the shady shit about this Xbox thing, right, is that so they kind of tried to softball it at first before they retracted the whole thing. The Xbox Live thing, the 120 thing, was only for new people getting. So if you were a recurring Xbox Live Gold subscription member, it wouldn't apply to you. Essentially, this would the $120 price and stuff would apply for people who were going to get an Xbox Series X, Xbox whatever, and they would get Xbox Live. They would get the $120 charge, which is like, why are you trying to not make people buy your system? It's just goofy shit like that.
Imagine walking up to your game and say, all right, you got your game. Go ahead and play with your friends. Wait, we need an extra $120.
We need $120 for you to play. Like, goofy shit, right? Like, this, like, come on, Xbox. Like, my whole thing is, because I'm not going to defend you, because, like, originally I was going to make a joke, like, damn, I haven't even touched my Xbox Series X, like, weeks. But then the same thing with my PS5. Like, my PS5, I've been using it more so for fucking Funimation and Control. So, like, because I already know, like, the PS2 fans, like, yeah, fuck Xbox. But, like, nigga, I haven't been using my PS5 either. That shit's sitting until February 1st. And especially until February 28th or 23rd when Persona 5 Strikers drops. Then I'm going to use it, but, like, now, not really been playing that bitch. But on the Xbox side, it's like, I like the Game Pass, and my main thing is this, Xbox, Microsoft. The way you advertised this Game Pass still infuriates me, because during the Xbox game showcases that you were doing for like 2020, early 2019, shit like that, when every time you showed a game, like I remember, I forgot which one it was, like the one in September or something, when you were showcasing all these games that were going to be available day one on the Game Pass. And I log on to that bitch, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I got the Xbox Game Pass. You said Yakuza Like a Dragon, it was going to be on the Game Pass. You said that Assassin's Creed Valhalla was going to be available day one on the Game Pass. You said Watch Dogs Legion was going to be available day one on the Game Pass. And then I look and it's, no, you still got to pay for it. So it's like false advertisement up the ass. Like, that shit to me is still fucking, like, the Xbox Live Gold situation is scummy, but the underlying situation with the Xbox Game Pass is still pissing me off, because you misled your customers into going like, yeah, I spend $500 and I basically get Legion, Creed, and all these other games day one available on my system, and I got to pay no extra cost. Nope. You got to buy them separately. So at that point, if you're not me, where I'm like, it's some games that I haven't played on the Xbox, so like I can still, like, you know, the Gears, the Halos, and all this other shit, like I can find value in the Xbox Game Pass. But if you're someone that's not outside that realm, who's like, I just want to play next gen games, there's no fucking point in buying your system. Get a PlayStation or get a PC. Why? Because at least with PlayStation, you get more better first party exclusive games. Your first console exclusive game that is coming out at the end of January is Medium. And that is actually available on the Game Pass. But that's not a system seller. I don't hear nobody going like, yo, guess what's coming out in January? Medium, my nigga. Go out and get you an Xbox. None of that shit, bro. Like, so like it's just a lot of goofiness on your part, and you are making this shit bad. Like, I'm not trying to caper or anything, because like my honeymoon self, what I spent on the Xbox Series X does not hurt my bank account. Let me put it like that. So like, I'm not finna justify. I don't have a honeymoon where I'm like, oh, but the Xbox is so great and blah blah blah. No, fix your shit. Because at this point, like this, I can't now. At this point, where when it first came out, I was like, it really don't matter. Get an Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5. It don't matter. At this point, there's no fucking point in getting an Xbox at all.
Take it further, Kim. Ain't no fucking point in getting a next gen system right now. Cause ain't shit out.
There you go. And everything that is coming out is gonna be available previous gen. Yep. Persona 5 Strikers is coming out on the PS4. You don't have to rush out and buy a PS5. Is it gonna perform better on the PS5? Yeah. But guess what? It's also available on the PC, which is gonna perform 1,000 times better than the PS5.
Well, should perform infinitely better on the PC. Put it that way.
Well, they recently had a port of Persona 4 Golden, and for what I've been hearing, that was good as far as like Atlus's PC presence. So
if you want to play games like Outbreak and MXGP and Shakedown Hawaii, and Twin Robots Ultimate Edition, get you a PS5.
No, like, and then keep it a buck. Honestly, you know, PC is a different story, but like if we're talking about console shit, Xbox, PC, get you a fucking Switch, my nigga. Get you a fucking Switch. This is the message of the day, right? With the Xbox Live situation, fuck that, right? The Xbox Game Pass situation, great, but it's still some shady shit you did with some misleading and false fucking advertisement, which I still haven't forgiven y'all for that. So at the end of the day, what y'all can take from this conversation topic is when it comes to this next gen gaming shit, fuck it. You don't have to keep waiting. No rush to get it. No rush to get a PS5. No rush to get Xbox Series X. Get you a Switch. And that's all I got to say about that. I know we still got to talk about the fact that they retracted the statement. All I have to say on that matter is it's not a pro-consumer move. It's a they caught us with our hand in the cookie jar. Oops situation.
Yep.
So stop white knighting these niggas, and Xbox using goofy ass niggas.
Pretty much. I'm about to pull up the tweet, but as I'm scrolling through my previous tweets, so pretty much my thoughts on it. Look, you niggas full of shit. Y'all always been full of shit. That's why I always say you niggas ain't got no games. And like, I didn't know it was that bad until I watched Black Hokage's video. I was just like, yo, these niggas ain't shit. And also, I didn't know, like, free-to-play games like Fortnite, you needed Xbox Live Gold. Because, like, I know PlayStation Plus you need online for most games, but it's a select few. I know Fortnite is one of them where you don't need to have Plus to play online. So, I was like, okay, it's not, like, you're not destined to need Plus to play free-to-play games. But that's still fucked up. So that you had to pay $60 a year, God forbid you was one of the monthly people, to play Fortnite. So the little Timmies had to pay for the battle pass, the skins, and Xbox Live Gold. That's
couple really that with the fact that if you pay for the Game Pass as well, that's an additional price. Because I do know they have a bundle. They do have like a bundle with Xbox Live and Game Pass.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that, but like if you're not, again, like when we talking about the audience, like me and Dick Trill, some niggas don't know about that shit. So they going like, okay, I gotta pay separately for Xbox Live and separately for Game Pass. Like finessing niggas, G. And that shit is fucking
it's a
shady
big finesse.
Shit.
It's a very big finesse. I didn't know that. But when I looked at the fact that they said for 6 months of gold that they were trying to charge you $60. Like at first I thought, oh, they were just raising the price on the monthly. I'm like, okay, that's petty. But
Not even PlayStation has the fucking nerve, dog.
like, gee, like you tried to upcharge $1 for monthly, you upcharge $5 for every 3 months. That's nasty. Even when Sony did it, what was it? They raised the prices on that motivated me more to be like, you know what? Let me go ahead and pay for this year because I'm running out of money just by trying to do that.
Wasn't it like $8 though or something like that? It wasn't big,
It was like,
right?
I think it was like 7 a
I'm
month.
gonna keep it buck. I'm gonna let y'all know something. If Microsoft would have got away with this, 3 months down the line.
Oh yeah, Sony was going to copy. I already know.
That was my biggest fear from this whole situation. Is
Like
that
Sony
if they got away with it, oh, definitely Sony would. Nintendo would have did it too with that garbage ass Switch Online
Don't get me
service,
started
bro.
with. I still don't own a Switch Online account, G. So I don't know. Like I still don't. But yeah, I was like, yo, these niggas really full of shit. Like that. But still, to say that $6 months is equal to $60. That's nasty.
You out of your fucking mind.
You out of your rabbit ass mind. Like, bro, 6 months, half a year, nigga, for $60, and that don't include Game Pass.
Yep, you're not getting Game Pass.
You're not even getting normal Game Pass with that. You're like, come on. So I was like, they funny as hell, G, super funny. So let's read the statement. And the funny thing, like, when did they post this? When did they post that they were doing that time? Early in the morning of January 22nd. So
they tried, bro.
They tried.
They tried to slip that shit in, bro.
Like, shout out to, like, shout out to Twitter people like Wario64 who just keep people updated with the game and shit. Because if he's not always 24/7 active, Bugs would have been triggered. But anyway, let's read the statement, which came out at 8:52 Pacific time. We messed up today. You opened up. You started off by saying we messed up.
No shit, Sherlock.
Hey, that's what I tell a. That's what I told a girl who after I said something silly to her, wrong to her. I messed up. That's what I say.
We're sorry.
I messed up. I tweaked. But anyway, let me proceed. We messed up today, and you earned the right to let us know. I mean, you were right to let us know. Connecting and playing with friends.
Let us know.
Connecting and playing with friends is a vital part of gaming, and we failed to meet the expectations of players who count on it every day. As a result, we have decided not to change Xbox Live Gold pricing. We're turning this moment into an opportunity to bring more Xbox Live more in line with how we see the player at the center of the experience. Free-to-play games will truly be free. You will no longer need an Xbox Live Gold account membership to play those games on Xbox. We are working hard to deliver the change as soon as possible in the coming months. So it's not even like automatic.
That shit just made me want to fucking sell my fucking Xbox Series X.
If you are an Xbox Live Gold member already, you stay at your current price for the renewal. New and existing members can continue to enjoy Xbox Live Gold for the same prices they pay in the US. $10 for 1 month, $25 for 3 months, $40 for 6 months, $60 for 12. Thank you.
Here's what I would have did, Xbox. If I was you, I would have been like, you know what? We fucked up for this entire year. Xbox Live Gold is free. So you would have won so many fucking niggas over to your side if you were like, you know what? We tried to we got our hands caught in a cookie jar. Got exposed. We was hoping not to get exposed because we want to keep finessing y'all big bucks even during this pandemic time. We don't give a fuck about you. We care about that money. But now that we got caught, Free. Xbox Live Gold is now free for the year 2021. You'll be getting free games on top of that service, and we'll even give you guys a free month of Xbox Game Pass. Do something like that, you salvage the situation. Oh, I'm sorry we got caught. I guess we'll change everything back because we still want you to continue our services. Nigga, you still ain't got no fucking games.
Or
Please pay more money to not play anything.
Or in the beginning, if you knew that Game Pass was gonna be your bread and butter with this new system that's coming out, when that Series X when it came out, whatever this shit called, you should have just said Xbox Game Pass, Xbox Gold, one entity, $75. Meet it in the middle. That's it. When you pay for Gold for a year, $75, you getting your Game Pass with it. That's it. You making more money on the top end. You got the niggas who want to go, and you got all these people with Xbox Game Pass so you can show your goddamn investors. You win every fucking time. If you want to have these people on, because that's the main goal. They want niggas on Game Pass so they can show people we got it. Look at our subscription service. If that's the case,
they go to these companies, go like, put your shit on our Game Pass because
give us money so we can get you this. If that's the end goal, just scrap Gold and make that one entity. Make Game Pass your new thing. That's what I want to do. But I also don't have $1 billion just to throw at anything.
They tweaked, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, they tweaked. And you gotta hold that. You genuinely have to hold that L, Microsoft. This is why Nintendo laughed at you back in 2001. This type of shit.
Because y'all don't think long term. Y'all think short term. Like, I thought y'all was thinking long term as far as the Game Pass, but clearly that's not it. Y'all are thinking. It's like you would have figured they would learn their lesson from Xbox One. The main criticism being, y'all niggas ain't got no games. And now, what's the biggest criticism now for the Xbox Series X? Y'all niggas ain't got no games, G.
Because literally, you have 2 generations of consoles with no games. Like, at least as much as we could shit on the fact that the PS5 has shit right now to play, at least we could go back play our PS4 back catalog. At least.
And they have decent first party exclusive games.
That, and like, if you want to be bold, you could play try an indie title or something. You might fall in love. You never know. So,
Ori and the Forgotten Wind, or whatever that shit called.
That's on Game Pass.
So, but in terms of Game Pass, what am I looking to play? Xbox One ain't has shit. I'm playing my 360 games. Okay.
Yeah, unless you're someone like me who didn't own Xbox consoles, and I'm looking like I didn't play Halo, I didn't play like the Gears and like these other games.
That's a new experience.
I'm looking at it like, this is value to me. But if you're somebody who grew up on Xbox, you've already played these fucking games. Game Pass has no, unless you're trying to branch out to JRPGs. Game Pass doesn't have shit for you to play. As far as like Xbox shit. Like third party and like all these other shit, yes. But like as far as like first party Xbox exclusive things that you need to try out on the Game Pass, most of y'all who grew up on Xbox have already played all those games.
And you just playing it for nostalgia purposes. Like for me, like as soon as I got Game Pass, I bought Halo 2, Halo 3. Why? Because it's like I enjoyed playing those games. I got Gears solely because I was like, okay, I love to. I don't remember playing through. I don't remember. And I wanted to play the new one. And I was like, let me just see if my PC can handle it. And it is. So it was like, for me, it's like, okay, cool. I could play some exclusives because I didn't have a one. I'm not playing the Halo that was on the Xbox One. Fuck that shit. But that it serves its purpose for me on a PC at least. Because the PC Game Pass is pretty ass, and I'm not about to pay for Ultimate like they kiss my ass. So I'm playing Gears and shit. But point is, it still ain't shit to play. It ain't. And you doing your consumer base a huge disservice because they don't have nothing to look forward to but to pay more for nothing. That's the problem. And they need to figure that shit out because you buying up all these studios and there's nothing coming up out of it.
Promising all these games and I ain't seeing shit.
Exactly. Do better. Plain and simple. And we still in the pandemic and you talking about raising prices. Niggas got a 600 stimulus. That shit audacity. Gone. That's a lot of freaking nerve during a pandemic. In a pandemic, crazy. With part 2 on the verge of prospering in a month, based off what the streets are saying, and you want to charge me more for a subscription service in a very heavy subscription service world that we in.
Your console came out in November, and your actual very first next gen exclusive is coming out at the end of January.
Yep.
Damn shame.
That's a goddamn shame. Let's go ahead and get to our clowns. What a god. But my clowns goes. My first clown, as around, I think it's just one. But first clown as of right now goes to the niggas who are making a conspiracy theory of Hank Aaron dying because he took the COVID vaccine. You niggas are fucking disrespectful, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of like it's a podcast I listen to, and they literally said 2021 is going to be the year of the vaccine, and it's already starting off strong. You mugs are blaming a vaccine for killing killing Hank Aaron, who was 86 years old and fat as hell with other health problems.
Damn,
that's
86.
Prime.
And he's 86.
And that's prime COVID, like, the demographics. Those are the ones who are, like, when they catch it, that's, like, most susceptible for, like...
It's going to take you out.
Happen. Yeah.
It's going to take you out. Plain and simple. So, it's not the vaccine fault. For all I know, he was probably doing perfectly well. And then, he was 86 and fat. It's not like he was 86 still looking like how he was when he was hitting 1,000-foot home runs in the 60s or 70s, wherever the hell he played. So he was 86 and fat. It'd be one thing was 86 skinny like Bill Russell. Every day I'm scared for Bill Russell. But it's different. He was 86, fat as hell with other health problems. At least be respectful towards the family, G. At least be respectful towards the family, because that's just disrespectful to put that on a vaccine. Because I work with people who took the vaccine, doing perfectly well. They just say the arm was a little sore. And besides that one video, Shorty doing the Jigaboo challenge and shit, but that's y'all meme Shorty. So which one is it? Is it Uchiwali or is it one Mike?
A lot of that shit is fake, bro. With these people coming out with Bell palsy and shit, I ain't even gonna go there. These shit is stupid. It's just stupid. I hate COVID. I hate everything that came from this shit, bro.
I hate everything about this too, bro. You ain't the only one.
Like, not bad, Chris. Like, these motherfuckers, bro. Cause it's getting this stupid. Cause I don't even want to give, like, bro, for you niggas that's out here saying this shit, y'all ain't no difference from no fucking Trump supporters, cause y'all believe in anything y'all see on fucking the wiki site, bro. Like, right. Bro, why you think ain't nobody got polio on this bitch? Why the fuck you ain't got polio? Why you ain't got the mumps? Why you ain't got, what's that other fucking shit? Malaria. Why you ain't got this? Why you ain't got that? I want to hear that shit. When you was fucking 15, you had to get that shit before you went to high school, or 14, whatever age. Why you ain't dropping down there? We had to get your shots. Is there something here now or different? What's the difference between this vaccine and that shit when you went through it? Am I taking the vaccine right now? No, because as you can see, this is the only place I'm going to be for the
infinite amount of time.
Listen, I'm waiting for that wave to go by.
The retarded wave. There you go.
I'm waiting for y'all. I'm waiting for all y'all to get y'all stuff together. I'm waiting for them to, because I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but like it's another strain coming out, which means it's gonna be another vaccination coming out. Probably gonna be another strain coming out, which is gonna be another vaccination coming out, and this shit is gonna be never ending, never ending.
But still, if you until I see a nigga out here walking with fucking polio, I don't want to hear shit about no vaccine, bro.
And if I do see that person walk with polio, I'm automatically assuming his parents were anti-vaxxers anyway.
And if you don't want to take the vaccine, if you don't want it, for all my niggas, like, look, stop with the goofy ass conspiracy theories, right? But if you still don't want to take the vaccination, don't worry, don't take it. But practice CDC safety guidelines, social distancing, wear a mask, make sure you're 6 feet apart from people, make sure you hand sanitize, keep yourself safe in place of the vaccination, right? Because if you don't trust it now, because I'm gonna keep it buck. Do I fully trust the vaccination? No, I don't. But I'm not coming up with these weird ass fucking conspiracy theories about like niggas getting third eyes and shit. For me, I'm taking the wait and see. I'm not waiting and conspiring. I'm waiting and I'm seeing, because it's a lot of other shit that's going on that I personally believe that like we rushing out this vaccination ain't go help, because shit is still wild out here, bro. COVID is still number one.
Still running wild, like
until we get like a firm plan in action. I'm talking about like the shit that Biden is working on right now. I'm waiting and seeing, but don't take that out of context into going like, yo, fuck vaccines, because we're going to need that. Gonna need vaccination soon, because if that doesn't happen, then this shit's just gonna be like the fucking common flu. It's just gonna get to a point where, like Trump was saying, as much as it pains me to reference that fucking idiot, it's gonna be just like he said. This shit gonna be like the flu.
And that's the worst way to treat something like this.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, let's stop with this shenanigans when it comes to COVID, bro. Like, be patient, do your research, do like actual CDC research, shit like that with trained professionals, and then come up with what you want to do. But until then, enough with this nonsense. Enough with it. I'm tired of it too.
But yeah, so you niggas need to chill the hell out. Y'all can go ahead. I don't think I got another clown. I do got a goat though.
I think we all got to ignore it. So my clown of the week goes to fucking Uber Eats and McDonald's.
Oh yeah, I need to hear this.
Goofy ass niggas, bro. Like when we was talking about that mental retardation wave of like the vaccination, I just think it's just a plain societal mental retardation wave when it comes to certain people. I don't understand how my order is fucking simple. Because like I usually get the same thing. I get sausage biscuit, hash brown, and mango pineapple smoothie. That's it. Those 3 things. That's simple. I ordered that because I got a lot of meetings. I want to get something to eat. I ain't got time to cook. So that's when I usually get Uber Eats. So I ordered my meal. They come back. They got me fucking 3 sausage McMuffin, cheese sausage, egg sausage McMuffins, whatever they call those things. 2 hash browns and 2 caramel mocha frappes.
For one, mocha fraps are nasty.
Like, I'm looking at this like, bro, I ordered 3 things. How the fuck you mess my order up and give me all this shit? Now, for those ones, I got my full refund. Like that was an instant. You fucked up. Give me my money back. Type of shit like that. It was just that. And also, McDonald's got that thumbs down. And they were like, "Well, how was your order?" I was like, "You got my shit completely fucking wrong, you dumb bastards. What do you think?" Like I don't like I think like that was a sign from God telling me to chill, and I'm gonna take that because like yo, this shit is fucking dumb. Like this, I think this is like my fourth time dealing with Uber Eats messing up my order. Uber Eats specifically, and whatever the restaurant is. I place no blame on the drivers. Sometimes.
Only when they going crazy.
Because there are some instances where I know it's the driver, but like in this particular instance, I know it wasn't necessarily the driver. So like I was like, okay, whatever, right? This was on McDonald's because I don't know how the fuck you confuse 3 for 5. Niggas don't know about basic math. Shit is dumb. But all in all, I say this: fuck you, Uber Eats, and fuck you, McDonald's. I don't even know why I'm ordering from McDonald's. I'm hoping to get away, small life update from your boy. I'm not gonna give too much details, but your boy is moving on up to the east side. Finally got a piece of the pie. And, we got the Starbucks and the Marianos and shit. So we go hang out where the white people hang out, bro. I'm tired of you Negro McDonald's, G. Specifically, you like I ain't finna be right. This is not me being racist towards my own kind, bro. It's specifically black McDonald's. Y'all constantly fucking shit up, bro. It's only y'all. Only y'all. I have 23 years of experience dealing with you goof ass niggas, bro. I know it's y'all, G. I never have a problem. The Latino ones, they low key a little bit racist when they handle your order, but they get your shit right. The white ones, overtly racist. I know they looking at me like, yeah, what this nigga doing here? But they get my shit right, and sometimes that shit be fucking fire too. So like, I know it's specifically you black Mickey D's, G. Fuck y'all. Get y'all shit together, bro, and learn to read and write. We have to fight for that shit in slavery, bro. Come on now. Ain't no way in the world you should be struggling with that shit. Basic shit. Sausage biscuit. Not sausage egg McMuffin. Sausage biscuit. 2 fucking words. And I know y'all know how to fucking pronounce that shit because y'all eat that shit. Coon ass niggas, bro. Dr. Umar, bro. Hey, yo, Dr. Umar, bro. Let me know when you trying to open up this university. We gotta get these niggas in here checked out. That's it.
Oh, gotta be all serious to watch this Poirier and Conor McGregor fight at the same time, and this nigga told Dr. Umar to open up the school, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, some of these niggas need to go to the Coon University, G. This shit weird, bro.
Nature, you got what, bro?
Nah, go ahead, skip me.
All right, man.
You already know what the GOAT is.
We already know who the GOAT is, G. We already know, man. We are here as a collective, man. The GOAT! We are here as a collective. We're gonna go ahead and crown. That was Chloe, right? Make sure, because that was Chloe, man. We wasn't expecting this, G. It was a great surprise, man. Like when Daytra threw in the group chat, that was probably the best alley-oop of 2021 already, G. Like Daytra, you already got your day 1 of the year nominee right there, sealed. But when I saw that shit, I was like, man. I think I was at work. I was like, gee, I was the happiest I was ever been at that job in years.
In 40 hours when that dropped.
Like, gee.
40 hours.
That thing was thinking, man.
I watched that shit. I ain't even gonna cap, bro. It's not even a joke. I watched that shit like 11 times, bro.
Yeah, I had to.
Every time that bitch came up on Twitter, I watched it. And I let it play twice, just in case I missed it the first time, bro. Like, I just, bro, when I put that other picture up with that shit in folks' brain, that shit was in my brain. That shit was mine.
Oh man, you know the videos where they do the screenshots and shit, bro.
Oh yeah,
like the screenshots. And shit.
When they screen record the screenshot, it's hilarious.
And the name of that dude on Twitter who said, "Look, man, I ain't know the difference between Chloe and Haley until I saw that video. I know who Chloe is now." know who Chloe is.
Chloe said, hey, let me separate myself, man. So
I feel like though the only reason why her it's Hailey, right? Is the other one.
Haley, yeah.
Haley, yeah. Because she under that Disney
Yeah,
contract.
she's under the Disney contract.
That's the only reason why she ain't dropped
She's
that
under
challenge
the
yet.
like she's under the Disney contract, so it's like she necessarily can't do it.
But once that shit over though,
Exactly.
we can have some late contenders to the game.
Exactly. Like keep it going.
Hey, she fine as fuck too. So ain't
Exactly.
no, hey, it's all good to me. It's all the guys win at the end of the day.
Oh God,
Exactly.
bro.
Exactly. Remember, at the end of the day, we got the W. G, as a collective of men, we got the W. And any women that is jealous and mad at that black woman for doing her thing and pleasing us men, look yourself in the mirror.
Do the challenge yourself.
Exactly. Just don't be an undesirable doing that shit. That's all I'm gonna say in regards to that. But yeah, so shout out to Chloe, man. You are the GOAT. So let's go ahead and close this episode out. We appreciate you guys for listening. As always, YouTube viewers, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Audio listeners on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, make sure you rate, comment. I mean, no, we can't comment, but rate, comment, and I said comment again. Rate and freaking subscribe. Shit, rate and subscribe. Unless you're on Apple, you could comment too. So we greatly appreciate all of that, and share. Above all, share. If you don't share, I'm gonna fuck y'all ass up. But make sure you also search Tweeking Media on Teespring. Cop the merch. We got face masks. We got hoodies. We got long sleeves. We got t-shirts for the boys, girls, men, women, and kids. So make sure you cop. But we appreciate you for listening. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter at the Black Otakus. We greatly appreciate that. We be talking a gang of shit, and Cam be dropping his One Piece, his ghetto One Piece reviews, and it's always very interesting when it comes to that. So we appreciate you guys for listening.
Oh!
What?
That's the point you're not cut out.
Damn, bro.
Shit!
God damn it.
Damn.
I missed it. It's literally right behind my damn shoulder. But anyway, we appreciate you guys for listening.
Ring spoiler.
We will, me and Daytra will talk about this fight. We will talk about the fight on Threes for the Ring. So tune in for Threes in the Ring later in the week when we drop that episode. So we appreciate you guys for listening, and peace.
Jonna.